That's what we need to do. It's like
y'all start talking again from
We're talking.
we are. We're talking. So whenever we have a touchdown, I'll say, found an electric touchdown.
Providing electrical service
you
and contracting across the region.
Absolutely.
And see, there's the first down. What's supposed to say on that right there? Penalties and
Yes,
scoreboard.
that'd be a David Norris for district attorney, first down.
Yeah, paid for David Norris, voting 2026.
There you go, buddy. We can handle that. We're working together now.
Got that there. Okay. Okay. All right.
It's Pregame sponsored by McDonald's and Eagles, right?
McDonald's and Eagles, yes.
Yeah.
got something over top it, but I.
I printed off what their records were.
Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hardin Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Steel, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers end August 31st. Hardin Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
Welcome to Friday Night Football here with Rick Millwood and
Randy Page.
And we're here with WAGY 107.5 FM, the KTH broadcasting, and we're happy to be here tonight. We've had a whole big anticipation here for this ball game building up. We talked to Coach Rush yesterday. What did you think about that, Coach?
I thought he got everything down to where he felt like he should be at. We talked a lot about things like last year, how it ended, the success he had. And, of course, his mentality is that success is gone. We can build on it, but we've got to wash it all off and start everything back fresh again.
And we know that they've been highly anticipated to be contenders this year, and they've had a lot of talk up. But the thing that I got from him, he said, don't eat the rat poison, boys. And he said that you just can't believe everything that you hear in the media, and we know that from coaching ourselves. And sometimes you get to think that your britches are a little bit bigger than what they really are, and that's when you get punched straight in the mouth. And I remember one time when I was playing for East Rutherford, we went down and decided that we were going to take all the JVs with us so that they'd get plenty of time down at Bessemer City. And we went down there and looked at the end of the first half. It was 13-12 Bessemer City. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget what Coach Curtis did. He kicked the dead burn cooler that had all the drinks in it, and they went to flying everywhere. And he said, "You don't deserve anything to drink." And we came back out and scored every score in the second half. And I'm sure he's not wanting anything to happen tonight because Asheville's a pretty good opponent that they have. And we also want to welcome you to this pregame show that's presented by Ingles Markets and Stanton Enterprise. Ingles, their low prices, love the savings. And we just had a we had a heck of a trip getting up here, didn't we, Coach?
It was kind of rough. I think we circled the wagons about 3 times to go around.
Yeah, brother. And then when we got here, it wasn't obvious where we needed to park, but we ended up getting the best parking spot in the whole deal, getting to park right next to the press box. So, and that was a good thing for me because I didn't know if I could walk up that hill or not and walk back down.
That makes it tough. It makes it tough.
It does. So, what was your take on what he said about the returning players? Because I know that you were talking to him and you brought up the situation with the lineman that he lost.
Right. He did lose a lot. He had a few coming back. Most of the skilled people are back. He was talking about developing some of the young linemen to come in to play with the older linemen, and he feels like they've actually gelled in real well and done a great job. As far as people coming back, he's real high on his tight end, hitting Arwood. And
he's a versatile player. He can actually split out, and he can play tight, and he can block.
Right, and that's kind of what they're getting to be now in most schools. Especially high school and college, is the H-back.
Kind of hybrid, yeah.
That's what Zach played in college. He played tight end half the time. He played wing back half the time. So it kind of works that way. And but he also, you're talking about, his fastest kid he's got, C.J. Jackson. And,
yes.
And a lot last year he got doubled up and everything, which left things open for other people to get big plays and everything. That's why Hinton had such a good season and everything. But, he's really down to earth on where he's at. And you'd think a lot of times coaches, when they have a real successful season, he made it to the third round of state playoffs, and you think that, well, okay, they get down. You're not down, but they get complacent with what's going on. And
you can relax.
You know,
you can just relax and we got a good team coming back, and you know. But he didn't sound like that.
No,
It sounded like they put the screws into it and started working.
When you have success, you have to work harder.
You have to work harder.
You have to work harder.
I think about Nick Saban. He said, "Well, that season's over. We started all over again. We've got to go. Yeah, those guys proved what they could do. Let's see what these guys can do."
Right. Well, when we get through talking that, let's go ahead and take a commercial break right now, and for about 3 minutes, and we'll be back with the Rick and Randy Show.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Kohl's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Kohl's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Kohl's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Kohl's Carpet and Flooring soon.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here. We are WAGY 107.5, and this is our preseason right now. So excuse the mistakes when we make them, but we're just going to laugh and keep going. So we're as imperfect as you can possibly get. So we're here with the Rick and Randy Show on the pregame, and we're here with the pregame for Ingalls Markets and Stanton Enterprise McDonald's. And shop and save and be rewarded with your Advantage card at Ingalls, and also at locations in Rutherford County, open 24 hours a day for McDonald's. Coach, we talked to Coach Russ about his starters, and he has a lot of successful returning starters. Who's he going to have at quarterback?
All right. At quarterback, of course, is going to be Pinkerton. At Flynn. He's back from last year, and he had some great stats. He was 118 for 210 with 18 touchdowns and 1,966 yards. That's very good for a team that's not really a throwing team. They're kind of a balanced team, and they probably run the ball a little more than they throw. So having those kind of stats with probably a 35% passing team is a very good job.
Well, I have to agree. But I think that Coach Russ he's kind of has a tendency to what's working's working, and he sticks with it.
Right.
So, and I believe in that philosophy too. And that would be Landon Flynn.
Landon, yes.
Yes, sir. And Brandon Pinkerton is still the starting running back. And Brandon, last year he had some just kind of gaudy numbers. He had 1,927 yards rushing, 30 TDs, and 6.3 yards per carry. He receiving, he had 124 yards and 2 TDs, and 2,102 all-purpose yards. That's putting up a lot of offensive production there, Coach.
Definitely, considering he's not a big young man. He's not super fast, and he's not big at all. But for him to make things happen like that, he's a little jitterbug back there is what he is.
Well, I'm going to tell you what impresses me with him when I see him run the ball. When he is supposed to hit the line, he hits the line.
He hits the line.
Boom!
There's
just
no
like
question.
that. I
Right.
mean, it's just bang. There he goes.
He's at the line before the defense knows he's there.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, and that's the thing that we talked about, the line and the change. And last year, sometimes East Rutherford's offensive line, and I have a heart for that, they'd have 3 yards gained before the back ever got to
there,
him.
yes.
And so he had he had the extra yardage run and go before he ever hit the defense.
He definitely had a 3 yard advantage to start off with. The last year's offensive line at East was one of the best I've seen in high school level in years.
Yes, sir. They did an excellent job. Well, with the H-back here, Coach, who we got that's starting there?
H-back was going to be Ruth, and he is a
that's Eli Ruth.
Eli Ruth. Yes, didn't have that sheet right in front of me. Yeah, Eli's is a senior, of course, coming back, and he did a lot of contributions in and out last year. And I'm trying to see if I can find what you got right here on him, Coach. And don't have the stats on him at all, but he's the type of individual that. He plays linebacker also, so he's kind of a stocky guy that can make things happen.
Yes, sir. And at wide receiver, if we're talking about that they're in a slot formation to the right, that would be I think it's C.J. Jackson.
C.J. Yes.
It is to the right, and C.J. he has tremendous potential. He had 182 yards receiving, 2 TDs, and 15 tackles. But with his speed, he has a chance to stretch the field, which is going to open it up for the running game.
Yes.
And if they can hit him on the long ones, because they start making the running game happen, that turns around and makes something big for the bomb.
Makes big. and like I said, CJ gets a lot of double teams and everything. So even though they're kind of shutting down the running game a little bit, when CJ getting 2 defenders on him, that lets Jalen Hinton be open a lot more. He had a lot of good yards for him last year.
Somebody's going to be open when
right.
you double
That's
somebody.
Going to happen. Yeah.
Somebody's going to be open.
You can't play but 11 on 11, and that's
yes,
it.
sir. And that as you mentioned, that's Jalen Hinton over there at the wide receiver, and then back over at the other wide receiver is the brother of Brandon, Matthew Pinkerton, and he had 532 yards receiving last year, not yesterday, but last year, and 28 yards per game, and 4 TDs. So he is a seasoned veteran too, coming back and be a senior, and they're kind of heavy on that.
Right, yeah, and this could be if the offensive line gels, the new guys gel with the older guys, then it could be one of their most successful seasons of all, because they have the talent. Like I said before, when you're talking about Pinkerton, he's not a huge back, and you're also talking about the Landon Flynn at quarterback. I mean, if you watch him standing out there, you're going to say, well, he's just a young kid. But the young man has an opportunity
He makes good things happen.
He makes things happen.
He makes things happen.
He can step
Yes,
aside, and you think he's getting sacked, and he steps aside and then makes a pass and makes things happen like crazy.
Then that brings us to Jason Airwood, the tight end, number 22, and he is. I don't think there was enough praise that Coach Rush could bring upon that young man.
Right.
So I see that it's time for us to take one more quick break, and we'll be back in 3 minutes with WAGY Friday Night Football.
You did say Airwood on it.
I did.
Okay.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181. Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City. Vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenboro. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Ellenboro. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
Drop into your nearest drop-in food store for some pre-game or post-game treats. Cool off with your favorite fountain beverage or try the newest Alani flavors or the new Powerade Extra Sour drinks. Be sure to check with the deli for chicken wings, pizza, and other meal specials. Win or lose, Drop-In is ready to celebrate your team.
I'm ready.
Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of, or get an outdoor shower for the patio, or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football here on WAGY 107.5. We're here in Asheville, beautiful Asheville. It's a beautiful evening here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And it's just kind of an astounding picture that we look here against the campus here at Asheville High. They have quite a picturesque stadium here. We were talking about the offensive lineman coach, and I'm going to quickly wrap that up here with you. At left tackle is number 64, Alton Freeman, and Alton is a senior. And we also have at left guard, that is number 57, Cole Grayson, who is also a senior. And at center, we have number 56, Pacey Collins. And Collins is a 10th grader. And at right guard is number 50, Sebastian Mendoza. And Sebastian is a 12th grader also. And at right tackle, we have number 72, who is Colby Pack. And Colby is starting there at right tackle, and Colby is a 11th grader. So they kind of spread it out a little bit. A lot of depth with seniors, but they do have a sophomore that's starting at the center spot. And I'll always remember what Coach Champion used to say. He said, you better have your most dependable player playing center.
That's right.
He's got to get the ball back, and he's got to make that initial surge to make sure nobody gets through those A-gaps.
That's true. It makes a big difference. I mean, it all starts with the center.
Absolutely.
If the center doesn't get the ball snapped correctly, everything's gone bad. If he doesn't snap at the right time, it's a penalty. So everything starts with the center. He's got to be able to get the snap right and step to where he needs to go to block.
Coach, how many can you start with the defense and tell us who's starting there at defensive backs?
All right. They do have 8 guys going both ways, so we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But on defensive end, number 22 is Jason Airwood, which plays tight end also. Defensive tackle, Alton Freeman is playing both ways, number 64. At the other defensive tackle, 72 is Colby Pack. He is also playing both ways. At the other end is Jakier Mooney, number 10. He is not playing both ways. At cornerback, you've got C.J. Jackson, which is also the starting receiver. He's playing left corner. Strong safety is Jalen Hinton, which is receiver also. You've got free safety is Matthew Pinkerton. At the rover position, which is outside linebacker, is Landon Pinkerton, playing both ways. Inside linebackers, Tayshawn Whiteside, number 2, and also Eli Roof is going both ways for him.
And you also had cornerback number 8, which is Raheem DeWitt.
Sorry about that.
And Raheem is listed here as a 9th grader, Coach.
Yes, he has I think
outstanding potential.
Yes,
is what Coach said.
That's what he said. Yes.
Yes. And they must think very highly of that young man to have him starting.
Definitely starting
as a 9th grader. He must be something else. I'm looking forward to see him play and see how it is. And you mentioned that they have 8 that are going both ways. So what I'm assuming is that they must hopefully they've got some depth at these positions so that they don't run out of gas.
Right. That's the key thing now. You know, back when we played Ironman football, we didn't come off the field. We played offense and defense, and it's just a different world right now.
Yeah, but you huddled, Coach. You huddled. You took your time here. You got a few breaths here and there. Nowadays, when they speed it up,
both sides.
It's just wide open.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that you can do.
Okay. Yeah. Coach, right now, let's go back to a break so we can come back and finish up before the game starts, okay?
Okay.
Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Phil Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherford invites you to head in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months and ask about rebates from $500 to $2,000 on select Bobcat mowers, or get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford, online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com. Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture in Forest City. And with every $2.99 or more purchase, receive a free backpack bundle. And look for the manager's special tag throughout the store and get an extra 10% off. And buy here, pay here at Kimball's Furniture. No down payment and no credit required options are available. The back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture, 207 East Main Street in Forest City, online at kimballs.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show here with Ingalls Market and Stanton Enterprise of McDonald's. And we're here, we've been talking a lot about East Rutherford, Coach, but there's another team that's playing tonight, too.
Oh, definitely.
And
definitely.
we asked Coach Russ about Asheville. And I remember him talking about they have a storied history. And as you looked up on the thing when we came up the hill, up the bleachers, it had Choo Choo Justice name up there. And that was pretty awesome. I know that he lived for a long time in Cherryville, and a lot of people got to meet him and get to know him. And I think he dealt in insurance there in Cherryville, and that's where he passed away at. But this was where his home was. This is where he got started. And if you've never looked up Choo Choo Justice and see the things that he accomplished throughout especially his college career at the University of North Carolina, and then it carried over into he played for the Washington Redskins, and so he fell just right down my alley. He fell right down my alley there. So and I know it wasn't a long National Football League stint that he had, but he did some outstanding things that still had him in the record books for a long time. And he may actually still hold a record there. But it looks like they have a large team that they're walking out now, and they look, when they were warming up, they look very athletic, Coach.
Oh, they definitely are. And they're coached by Court Radford. He was at Crest a few years ago, and then went to Chase. I've known him for years. Had a lot of
success there at Chase.
Very good success everywhere he's been at. He's doing a great job here with them, too. And, talking about their storied history here, we talked to Coach Russ about that, and he said one thing about this. He says every day you come back, you got to pay your rent. The rent's due, so you got to pay it.
That's
right. That means working hard every day to get to it.
That's right.
But right now he's going to be getting the kickoff and everything. We're going to go to a 1-minute break right quick, and then come back with the game.
No matter if you drive a classic or a brand new car or a so-called stump jumper or a tractor or lawnmower, you can always count on Tri-City Tire on Daniel Road in Forest City to keep you on the road. See them for your next set of tires, and they have the new top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art Hunter tire equipment, and they feature fast, friendly service. So if you're feeling flat, head to Tri-City Tire at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, located at 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming into the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at tricityoutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherfordton and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth it.
You'll say that.
Hey,
welcome back to Football Friday night here with WAGY, and we're here fixing to start the first quarter. That's the Mi Poblito Mexican restaurant first quarter.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights football fans and Mi Poblito. Now that's a winning combo. Welcome to the first, second, third, and fourth quarters with Mi Pups.
We welcome you back. It appears right now that that Asheville is going to be receiving. I couldn't tell you, Coach, because we were talking about the Cougars, and we were see who won the toss, actually, if somebody deferred or not. I know that's one of the things that usually happens a lot of times.
Correct.
So they can play defense first and then see if they can't take an advantage and get good field position and be able to take that off. But East Rutherford's teeing it up right now. That's Ian Queen, number 30. Preparing to kick off, and we're fixing to start 2025 football in North Carolina. As he's getting ready, he gets a signal from the official, and the ball is off. It's kicked low, and it travels back to number 2, picks that up for Asheville. Coach, who is number 2 for Asheville there?
I don't even have their lineup.
Yeah, I do somewhere. I'm probably holding it in my hand.
Number 2 is Seema Brown.
Yes, sir, and he returned the ball back and was tackled quickly there at about the, see where he's spotting it at? About the 12-yard.
Oh,
about 13.
About a 5-yard gain's all it was. He kicked it to 7.
And East Rutherford hustled down the field and made a quick tackle. So we're looking here, and that is a David Norris first down for district attorney.
Paid for David Norris. Vote in 2026.
Quarterback gets under center, and he steps back to take it. Snap, and he throws and releases to number 2, and that number 2 is scooting across the field from his left to his right.
29-yard
and he
line.
went out of bounds with 29, and that is a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cougars. That was number 2, Coach.
Yes, that was the.
Down. Let me have that. Let me have that. Shamaj Brown. All right.
They've got a tight end.
He's under center this time, back in a single I formation. That's number 8 quarterback handoff, Tay Williams. And Tay handed off to, can't pick up that number right quick. That was number, is that 20? 8.
28, yes.
28, Coach, and that is Kyshon Baird.
First down.
And he is actually a freshman, Coach.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. So that is another David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cougars. They're all the way out to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. And it's handed off to Baird again, and he's hit immediately. Looks like he may have lost just a couple of feet.
Yeah, at least a half yard, yes.
Yeah. And so that's going to bring up a second down for the Cougars here at the, we'll still say the 47. They got off to a fast start there, but, you know, it's like anything else, Coach. You have to kind of feel it out. There's a lot of jitters down there on the field and a lot of butterflies flying around and wanting that first hit. And, you know, everybody doesn't take it all the same way.
That's right.
So,
the main thing is don't get scored.
that's it.
No matter how far they go.
Well, that was their MO last year. Is they gave up yardage, but they didn't break. They bend, but they don't break.
Pass coming around through here.
And he's caught. And
I think they're going to call face mask.
There is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag down on the field.
And go see Darren Vesey in the game for a great deal in the car without a penalty.
And that was number 8, Tay Williams, who actually is a sophomore for the Cougars. He rolled out to his left, and then I'm not sure if that was a face mask or a horse collar. Face mask. He got his face mask. He was reaching to try to grab that jersey, but he just got his fingers hung up in his face mask, and that's how he brought him down. The pass actually fell incomplete, but it is a 15-yard penalty, and that will give us another David Norris for district attorney, first down. The Cougars take to the ball. They're all the way down to the 38-yard line of the Cavaliers. Sit with the H, hand back
trap
off to number 2.
Ball,
and the ball's on the ground. The ball on the ground.
Picked up by
that East Rutherford has the
21.
ball.
That's Brandon Pinkerton.
That's Pinkerton on the recovery. Pinkerton on the recovery. That means up a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. They get it at their own 35-yard line. They're headed the other way. So here we go, Coach. You're doing a lot of writing over there, Coach.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to keep up with a little bit of yardage and stuff.
We're watching football, man. Here we go.
They're in that little nasty set.
Flynn's back. He hands off to Pinkerton, and it looks like you would say student body right, student body left. That was student body up the middle.
Right.
Because they pulled everybody, and they headed right up the middle. And that was a pickup of 2 yards, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers. They're set with a H back to the left, split on both sides. And that's why I say offset, it's not an eye or a pistol, but it's an offset.
Inside slot wing is what it is.
All right, handoff is Pinkerton again, and he's got running room, and he's out on the edge. He's over the 40 and inside the 35 of the
32.
Cougars. That's down to the 32, Coach. But, you know, if we say 32, they'll probably mark it on the 31.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they did mark it. This is something's happening. It's a new year, Coach.
First down.
They usually would always mark it somewhere else. So that is a David Norris first down for district attorney for the Cavaliers. That's a good run by.
It's a great run.
And rolling out, here we have our first pass by Flynn, and he throws it, but it is intercepted. That was probably a very ill-advised throw there. Didn't have much on the ball.
He's running away instead of turning up.
He was running away, and he didn't have the ability to get much on the ball. Probably just throwing it as hard as you could to the sideline would have been the best option there. But, it's early in the season,
He tried
Coach.
to, but he didn't get it out there.
He wanted to make something out of it. He wanted to get something going on. But the Cougars take over at their own 26-yard line, and that is a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Cougars.
First down.
So as they line up, they're lining up under center to start out. Now we have at the deep back is number 3, and the ball is handed off to number 3 for the Cougars. That is Clement Davidson, sophomore. Carried the ball, it looks like about, 3?
Yes, sir.
3 yards?
And that tackle,
actually 4.
4 yards. Tackle was made by Raheem DeWitt, the cornerback. Come up real good and made a good play on it.
Good job. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Cougars from their own 31-yard line. We got a shotgun formation with 2 backs in the backfield. And he hands it off to number 3, Clement Davidson, and he cuts out to the right side and picks up a lot. I can't tell you how many yards it is, Coach, but he got over the 50-yard line. He's as we'd see Coach Helton say, he's on the 51.
51, that's right.
He's on the 49-yard line of the Cavaliers. And so that is a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Cougars. They line up again. That was just a quick hand. I kind of lost him, Coach, because he disappeared in the line, and then, boom, he was out to the right side, yes. So it was same formation with 3 backs in the back, and he's throwing his first pass up to number 0, and the ball is caught. That's James Sykes. James Sykes is a sophomore, 6'1", 152 pounds. And he held on to that ball. I thought that ball was going to get away from him,
I did
Coach.
too.
I mean, he made a good play. He made actually a good play. That ball's all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Cavaliers. And we'll see if they don't break here, see if they can hold. And they'll have to do it 4 times. But that is a first down. David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cougars. Under center, quarterback takes off, hands off to number 3 again, right up inside. And that young man may have got in the end zone. I'm not sure. Yes, they called it a touchdown. That is a touchdown, a Fountain Electric touchdown there, Coach.
Yes, they're providing electrical services and contracting across the region.
They also have a auto and more at fountanelectric.com.
They have a Fountain Services and do a lot of things right now.
Yes, sir. So look them up. That puts 6 on the board for the Cougars. And they've kind of got a fuddle-huddle thing going here, and they have snapped it straight to number 0, and he throws it outside. But they got a problem because the receiver stepped out of bounds and came back in and caught the ball. So that's an incomplete pass, and that leaves the score at 6-0, and that is the scoreboard for Raymond James Financial. Go by and see the gentleman at Raymond James, and that they will take care of your financial. Yeah, Coach. you let me down. Oh,
too many things.
I'm sorry. I know it.
Hey, I tell you, I know Matt and Deacon well.
I know
they do a great job for us.
They do. And so, but that is the scoreboard. It's 6 for the Cougars and 0 for the Cavaliers. Let's see how the Cavaliers can respond. We've already talked through our break, so it looks like we're going to have to take a break a little bit later. But they're fixing to kick off, and that is number 40. Is that 48 or 49? 48. 48. And that would be Jed Grossman, sophomore kicker, 6'2", 155. He kicks it, but he squib kicks it down, and that ball is picked up by number 1 for the Cavaliers.
Which is Matthew Pinkerton.
And that's Matthew Pinkerton. That's who they'd like to have the ball in his hands as much as they can. So that brings up a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. There. So here we go as the Cavaliers come out in a wide split to the left and a short split to the right. Motion back with number 3. Going over to a slot formation to the left. 2 backs. Quick pitch out to Pinkerton, and he cuts it back to the right all the way across town. And he's turning the ball up, and that's going to be a first down wherever they can bring him down.
44-yard line.
Yes, sir. That's all the way to the Cougar 44-yard line, and that's a David Norris for district attorney, first down. So here we go. Cavaliers came back, and they're answering quick. Well, they were moving the ball a while ago, Coach.
They were.
It was just he just made a mistake. Yeah. And now, I mean, his first game.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him.
We're going to make them too, so that's okay.
I've already made 5 or 6 already today. That's after we got up here.
Hey, that was me right after I woke up. But here we go. We got Flynn back to take the snap. He hands it off.
Zone read again.
He hands the ball off to number 2, Tyshawn Whiteside.
And he lost about a yard off of that one.
They had to give Pinkerton a little bit of a break after that run.
Oh, yes.
He ran about 55 yards to pick up what he picked up there. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Cavaliers. That's the thing is when you don't pick up any positive yards, then that brings that long, 2nd and long off your play chart.
Right.
See what you're going to be calling in. It makes a whole lot of difference.
All right,
so here we go.
Twins to the old trips to the left.
Back, and the ball's handed off to Pinkerton, but they stuffed him up about the line of scrimmage. It'd be interesting where they mark it. I think they're going to give him nothing. And so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Cavaliers. They have trips to the left, tied in to the right. Fingering them back, Flynn to take the snap. They tried to draw off the defensive lineman, but he didn't bite. He almost did.
Rolling left.
Flynn rolling to
he's
his
open.
left.
He's open. Get it in there.
He just could not get it down in that pocket. He hit the open portion of the zone, but he just could not get it down low enough to get him. And I know that makes it hard because after a pick, you want to make sure you don't throw another one.
Right.
That's going to bring up a 4th and 11 for the Cavaliers.
Looks like he's going for it.
And it looks like he's going to go with some analytics. He told us he didn't usually go with the things at times what people would think that he was going to do.
Right.
He would go with a little bit of analytics.
Going to go quick kick. Got 42 in at quarterback.
It sure does look like it. Here we go. We have a penalty, which is going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty against the Cavaliers. That's for illegal procedure. And that was Landon Flynn preparing to kick, but they're going to bring Ian Queen in now to punt for sure. You might have been right, but they might have had some trickery going on there, Coach.
I think that was what it was, yeah.
Yeah, 4th and 16 is a whole lot different from 4th and 11.
Definitely.
And
Queen tipped it.
Queen got hit as he's kicking, but I think he did get a piece of the ball. And that was partially blocked, and the ball rolls dead here at the 38-yard line of the Cougars. So that brings up a David Norris for district attorney 1st down. Cougars are huddling up, which is unusual these days. And Williams, number 8, is back as under center quarterback, and I think number 2 is back in. Yeah. Yes, sir. He takes the ball and he cuts back to the right. Thing is they're doing a little trap there, I think.
It is. It is.
He's handing off. He's going to the right, and then he cuts it back.
Like a little G-block.
Well, yeah, and it reminds me an awful lot like 40 or 41 buck trap. So the motion that he goes starts to the right and goes back to the left. But that brings up a David Norris for district attorney 1st down for the Cougars. They moved the ball all the way to the 49-yard line of the Cavaliers. It seems like Asheville has a pretty good offensive line too, Coach.
They do. They do.
Ball's back, number 8, and he's up the middle, and he's just got hit.
Number 2.
About the 30-yard line, but he carried and fell forward all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Cavaliers. Cavaliers look a little tired right now, Coach.
Oh, definitely do, yeah.
Yeah, they had to pay up in their step when they were first started, but right now they're trying to figure it out.
Well, it's still that little cut back inside there. That's what's getting them.
It is.
That they're flowing with emotion, and then they're cutting back underneath it.
But that is a David Norris for district attorney 1st down for the Cougars.
Make sure you vote in 2026.
So here we are with Williams under center. And he still has number 2, Brown.
Got him in the backfield, and
they caught him this time for a loss.
64. That tackle was made by Alton Freeman. Good job. About a 2-yard loss.
Yes, sir. That's back to the 28-yard line of the Cavaliers. So we have a timeout here by the officials' timeout, and so we're going to take a break here for a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back in 60 seconds.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingalls Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingalls Advantage card. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
Welcome back for a second down here in 11 for the Cougars here at Asheville High School. And we are taking a snap, and the ball is back. He fakes the handoff, rolls back, and he has hit the receiver across the middle, and he's carried it all the way down, and that was actually their running back, Shemaiah Brown. And I think that I'm gonna credit that to the announcer here, the PA announcer, so I can hear that, because I get caught up in some of the spellings. I'm just a country boy from Rutherford County. That's all I can say.
That is another first down. David Norris, District Attorney.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Mm-hmm. All right, now we have a bunch set. We're back here with the Wildcat.
Snap over the head.
It's over the head. Can he get away? Nope. They pile him up around the 10-yard line, and that looks like maybe a 7-yard loss, Coach. And they are. They're going to mark it at the 10. So he was all the way down to the 3-yard line. That brings up a 2nd and goal to go for the Cougars. I'm so used to, Coach, every time in the past we've had a timeout, we had to call somebody's name out too.
Right.
That got me in the stutter a minute ago. We didn't have anybody. So here we go with that's number 8.
Nasty with the toss sweep.
And toss sweep back to
number
number 3.
And touchdown.
And that is Clement Davidson for the touchdown for the Cougars. That adds another 6 to the scoreboard. And that scoreboard is the Raymond James Financial scoreboard.
Yes.
See Matt and Deacon Bright for solid financial guidance in Forest City. That brings the score. Well, I thought that was a score. No, that's actually a Carolina Auto Finance penalty against the Cougars, and that was holding, and that brings the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line, and so it's going to be 2nd and 20, goal to go.
I didn't see the flag. I looked
I
everywhere.
didn't. I never saw any yellow out there, so that's why I went ahead. It's hard. You got a little post right here, but I thought I had plenty of vision. Okay, that is Williams back. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fakes a reverse, and then oh my goodness, number 3 received a little screen pass, and he had a lineman that was all over him, and I don't know how he got away from him, but he did.
I don't know either.
He carried the ball down, and about 3 Cavaliers carried him out of bounds. It looks to be around, he stepped out before he actually was carried out in the 18-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd and 18 for the Cougars. That play didn't look like a winner. That young man got more than what he was supposed to get out of that play.
Right. East had it stopped on the reverse first of all, and then he just tossed it over his head back to him.
He did, and that was very dangerous because that could have been 6 going the other way.
That's right.
So Williams is under center again, and Davidson's back deep. H-back number 5, M.K. Barton. So
we'll be back in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Timeout on the field. That's a timeout on the field, so we'll be back in 30 seconds. Here from
Blue Blue 42! Blue 42!
Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Rutherford County Farm Bureau is at 153 Reservation Drive, Spindale. Call 828-287-2428.
Well, welcome back to Asheville High School here with WAGY 107.5. And we're here with Rick and Randy covering the game. And the Cougars have an interesting play here. They ended up picking up a couple yards there. It was 2nd and 20, goal to go, but now it is 3rd and 18. Williams is under the center, and the ball is faked to number 2. He rolls back. He's in trouble. He's being pursued, and he is tackled, but there was 2 Cavaliers there, 2 linemen. That was number 72, and I couldn't get that number of those.
72 was Colby Pack.
Yeah, well, we give him credit for the tackle, and he had another young man.
I think it was Alton Freeman with him, 64 there.
That might have been. That might have been. Couldn't hardly see there. So now it brings up a 4th down, and they're all the way back to the 22-yard line of the Cavaliers, and we'll see what kind of ingenious play that they have here, because I don't see a kicker on the field.
But he was kicking 40-yarders
for
the game.
Yeah. So we have Williams back in the shotgun, and he has, I think that is number 2, Brown.
3.
No, it's number 3. And he rolls out. He throws the ball low, and he is actually down at the 15-yard line of the Cavaliers, which that'll turn the ball over, and that'll be a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Cavaliers.
I think
but we
that
do
was,
have an injury on the play, so we'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back with Friday Night Football.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Hi, can I get a...
Get in the McDonald's.
Ooh, can I get a...
Yeah, can I get a...
Go, Bubba, go! Pick me! No, pick me!
Hey, can I get a...
10-piece chicken McNuggets.
And what sauce would you like with that?
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hardin Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Steel, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers end August 31st. Hardin Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
All right, welcome back. Here we are. That was Pinkerton down. Got injured just a little bit. I think it's just kind of got the wind knocked out of him, but here we are with East Rutherford first down.
Flynn's back in the shotgun, takes a snap. He hands the ball off to number 2 for the Cavaliers.
That's
Tayshawn Whiteside. And he carries the ball for a gain of about 5-6 yards. Maybe they're going to give him 7. Yep, 6. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Cavaliers. Yeah, the Cavaliers need to respond here after making that stop.
Right.
Yeah, they need to drive the field and put some points on the board. That's a handoff again to number 2, Whiteside. He picks up, appears to be about 3, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Critical 3rd down here, Coach.
Definitely it is, because they need to get the ball moved out of there. They don't have to punt the ball and give it back to Asheville about 50.
Absolutely. Because they had trouble on that first punt.
Yes.
And, they noticed that they had an opportunity to block it. So we've got the end of the Mi Pueblito first quarter, and that's going to let us take a break here, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football, WAGY. We're here with the Cavaliers taking over with a 3rd and 1 at their own 24-yard line. And we're here with a shotgun start with Pinkerton back. Flynn takes it, but he throws outside to number 3. And he's off to the races, baby. He's picked up probably about 10 yards of
38-yard line.
15 yards. So they're going to mark him at the 38.
That is a David Norris for district attorney, first down.
Absolutely. But I just saw the Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field.
I see it now too, yeah.
And you need to go by and see Darren. I hate it happened at this time right here because the Cavaliers had a good play. I was worried that he was going to get tackled there at the onset, and that was number 3, C.J. Jackson, who caught the ball and took off running. That young man can go in space, and that's what they're trying to do is get him outside and let him run in space. But
it's against
Asheville.
Asheville.
It turned around against Asheville. So they're going to decline the penalty, and they're going to take the yardage, and that's going to move the ball all the way out to the 38-yard line for the Cavaliers. And that's a David Norris for district attorney. First down. So here we go. We got Flynn back. Shotgun. Pinkerton offset to the right. Trips to the left. Ball snapped back. Flynn has it. He prepares to throw. He throws a little screen pass out, but I don't think he was ready. I don't think
CJ thought he was throwing it downfield, and he wasn't looking.
Yeah, CJ was over there. He kind of just hit him in the shoulder and bounced off. But the good thing is it bounced down. It didn't bounce up.
That's true.
Because there were Cougars all around him, which could have been some kind of bad situation for a pickoff.
That's true.
So here we go. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers. Flynn back. Pinkerton is offset to the left. Trips to the left.
They got a little deal coming off the corner here.
Set. Handoff. And he faked it. And Flynn kept the ball. He ran it all the way up to the 45-yard line of the Cavaliers. They're going to mark it at the 44. Here they go again, Coach. I say 45, they say 44. So that's going to bring up a 3rd, and it appears to be 4.
Yes, sir. That should have been.
If he didn't break the plane, he got as close as you could get without doing it. So here we go. 3rd down and 4 for the Cavaliers. Flynn back. Pinkerton to the right. Offset. He flares out to the right. Flynn takes the ball under, and he's going to run. He slides down. You know, I really hope they do give him that.
They did.
Yes, that's a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. I was afraid that when he started his slide, he was going to.
A little short.
Yeah, he probably should have head dove that one and made sure he got over that 50-yard line to make sure he got it. But he did get it, and that's the main thing. So here we go. Cavaliers taking over. They got a kind of a stack to the left and a slot to the right. They're double stacking. So here we go with Flynn back. Pinkerton to the right. He rolls out to his right, and he's going to throw the
Oh, it's
ball
wide
deep down the
open.
side, and he's wide open, and that's number 7. He takes it to
Jalen Hinton.
touchdown, Cavaliers.
There is no yellow laundry on the field.
And that is a Fountain Electric touchdown for the Cavaliers.
They also offering Fountain Auto and much more. FountainElectric.com.
So here we go. That ties the score here with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter of the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant second quarter. So here we go. They bring on old reliable Queen here, and he's lining up for his first attempt of the regular season for an extra point. They were one man short, and they hustled them onto the field to the left. And holding for the Cavaliers is Matthew Pinkerton. Ball's down, up. That is good. And the Cavaliers take the lead here on the scoreboard. That means that it's going to be Raymond James Financial Scoreboard. Cavaliers 7, Cougars 6. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football here with WAGY 107.5 FM. And we have Queen here preparing to kick off as the Cavaliers just have taken the lead 7-6 over the Cougars of Asheville here. That was impressive play there, Coach, because what they did is they were stacked over there. When they stacked, the one guy ran in. It was almost like a wheel pattern.
Right, it was.
And the guy ran down the sidelines. The guy in the back ran down the sidelines, and when he did, he was wide open. Flynn hit him perfectly.
Right. You know, if they're a man, it makes it rough. If it's zone, it's just a mistake.
Queen kicks the ball. He kicks it deep back inside the 5-yard line. They're bringing it back, and that is number 2 for the Cougars. Just had like 2 missed blocks. That'll something that the Cavaliers will work on next week.
Definitely.
I can tell you that. And that was number 2, Brown, Shamaje Brown for the Cougars. That brings up a David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Cougars.
Yeah, he just had a little shake and bake on that. He was running so hard, and they were running so hard they didn't get broken down.
Well, they didn't break down. That was you got the key right there. They just ran by him because he's an athlete and he can make them miss.
Right. Got tight end
All right,
left.
Williams under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to number 3, it appears. And that's number 3 is Clement Davidson.
He was brought down by number 72, Colby Pack.
That's going to bring up a second. They give him 4, 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. So here we go, 2nd and 6 for Asheville. And the Cavaliers here seem like they've settled down a little bit, Coach.
That's true.
They were playing a little jittery there at first, but they're starting to settle down a little.
They're playing.
And we got
disciplined ball now.
Slot formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Ball, though, is handed off to number 3, and he's down the right sidelines. And that young man, if he doesn't get tripped up, but he does, that is the other Pinkerton that made the play. That was Matthew who made the play, and he brought him down about the 29-yard line of the Cavaliers. So that was I don't know how he got out there that fast, Coach, but he got out there and he was wide. He was just all alone.
They're very quick in the backfield. I mean,
they're making some blocks, or I don't know.
combination.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Looked like a washout there.
It was.
End,
It completely was. So Williams under center. Now he's got a new back in the backfield. That is number 25, and 25 is T.K. Davis.
Brought down by Tyshawn Whiteside.
And he carried the ball all the way down to the 20-yard line. He's going to bring up a second, and appears to be 1 for the Cougars. So now it puts pressure on your defense when all of a sudden they're down there quick and you just took the lead.
Right.
But as you mentioned, there's 8 people going both ways. So here we go, handed off to number 25 again, and he scoots inside. He's still not down. That young man's fighting and still on his feet, and he's inside the 5-yard line all the way down to appears like the 2 or 1.
2-yard line.
Yeah, that is a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cougars.
Down.
He was determined, Coach, to get in that end zone.
Definitely.
Now, if I bet 9 people hit him.
And he bounced off.
Yeah,
of
he did.
Them,
he bounced off of him. Like I say, tackling's probably going to be a good thing that they're going to work on a little bit next week.
Well, early in the season,
and
that's
exactly what you're supposed to be working on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here we go. Williams under center, and he takes and hands to number 25 again, and he just walks into the end zone. On the right side, they were blown off, but there is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag down on the field.
That's going to be an unsportsmanlike. He spun the ball after he scored.
Yeah, I think that is going to be exactly what you said, Coach.
Take it on the kickoff.
A little bit of showboat there, a little bit. It's hard for them not to after what they see on TV. So
that's true.
Used to, I've been highly critical of that, but I can't.
But like you said,
I can't get into that.
That's all they see. I mean, we tell our kids not to do it, but that's all they see on TV. Even college just kind of sneak it in there.
And everybody else is encouraging them to do it too, because when what kind of dance have you got, or what kind of spin have you got, or what kind of thing? And that starts at 5-year-olds and stuff. So
hey, score, toss it back to the official like you're used to doing that.
Well, I know we're old school, Coach. We're older than the hills.
Hey, you got that right. I'm down in the valley on the other side.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, looks like the Cougars are going to go for 2.
Yeah, they're going to take the penalty on the kickoff then.
And since the Cavaliers did not take the penalty right now, but they only have 7 seconds left. Be able to get the play off, but the Williams is under the center and everybody's
Close.
tight. He rolls out to his right and throws the ball inside.
Incomplete.
It is incomplete. So with the Raymond James scoreboard, that brings the score to the Asheville Cougars 12 and East Rutherford Cavaliers 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Welcome back to Asheville High School as the penalty, and that was the Carolina Auto Finance penalty that's marked off against the Cougars for unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown, and that brings them back to kicking off at their own 25-yard line, which is a great advantage for the Cavaliers here on offense. And that's number 48. It'd be interesting to see how he kicks it. Jed Grossman, a sophomore kicker, 6'2", 155. And we're going to see if this is a squib, because if it's a squib, that's going to give him excellent field position. But if he does kick it deep and they can return, that's a really called a
49.
Yes, sir. That's Pinkerton calling a fair catch, which was a good thing. And he caught it right there about the 49-yard line. But I don't know why they're marking it at the 49-yard line
the other way.
Of the Cavaliers. It ought to be the 49-yard line of the Cougars. Because when he called it over across the 50-yard line. That's confusing. But that is a David Norris for District Attorney first down. Paid for by David Norris. Vote 2026. So here we go.
Going back to the stack formation.
Yes, sir. We've got the stack again. It worked one time. Let's see what we can get this time. Got a feeling they might run the ball, Coach. I might be wrong.
I think they're going to run it right because
the ball's hand, and he cuts back to the left, and he picks up about a yard, maybe two. They're going to mark it just across the 50, so he's going to give him a yard.
As far as looking at it, that's where Asheville was weak at. Even though they were quick getting there to recover, they were unbalanced on that situation.
That was Brandon Pinkerton on the carry. Picked up one. Now we have a double slot right and slot left, and we have Pinkerton to the right. Flynn back, prepares to throw. And
across the middle.
He had a man he thought was going to get behind him, but that was pretty good coverage, Coach, on the DB there. That was number, what you see there, is that 10 for the no, it's 13. 13 for the Cougars. That's Savion Caldwell on the coverage there. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, well, Matthew coming across on the post, it opened up early, but he didn't see it in time.
Yeah, he just didn't see him quick enough. And it closed.
It did.
But we got the double stack again. It's 3rd and 9 for the Cavaliers as they prepare.
See, there's a little weak on the left-hand side as far as defense.
Yes, sir. Ball's back, and it's going a little bubble screen, but the ball was dropped. Ball was intended to number 22, Jason Airwood. As good as he is, he's just not perfect. So that's okay. I'm not so sure that, he had a whole lot of running room.
He didn't.
After he caught it.
If he had caught it, he might have got to the line of scrimmage or maybe a couple of yards.
Well, yeah,
they
2
were
or 3
there.
maybe. If he broke something, you don't know, but that's going to bring up a 4th down, and appears to be about 8.5. What they've got it marked at right now. I really like those down markers that are illuminated like that.
Right.
We saw those down at Gaffney last week.
All right, let's see what's going to double slot.
So here we go. Snap back. Flynn ready to throw. He rolls and tucks it under and starts to run.
He's got it.
And he's got the first down across the 40-yard line. That's a David Norris for District Attorney first down. Hey, we came to play, so here we go. That was a big play. And sometimes that is the best play the quarterback can do.
It is.
Especially when they spread them out, because there's not many people to run through. And if you've got people that can't run you down that's on the front line, then you got the advantage. Here he's back again to throw, and he rolls to his right. He might ought to tuck that one, but he was thrown, and I think he threw it a little bit short. It was intended to be for Matthew Pinkerton, but it fell incomplete.
Yeah, he could have picked up 5 or 6.
Yeah, he could have picked up half of it right there.
And that's young teenagers too.
Well, I'm sure they probably tell him to throw.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a first down if he catches it.
That's his job is to throw. They don't have him out there as just a main runner, like Frazier was last year for the Trojans. Anytime he could get a run, he needed to run it.
He did, yes.
So here we go. Flynn throws out, swings it out to Pinkerton, and he's wrapped up immediately after about a 2-yard gain. And that's going to bring up like 3rd and 8, maybe 8.5. So here we go. As we look at the Raymond James Financial Scoreboard, the score is Cougars 12 and the Cavaliers 7. There's 5 minutes and something left, Coach. I don't know.
18. No. Oh, wait, 5 seconds.
5:06 left in the Mi Pueblito second quarter. Number 22 going in motion back to the right, and he sets up with trips to the right. Flynn back to throw. He's getting a little bit of heat, and he rolls out to the left, and he's going to keep it, but he's not going to pick up the first down. He runs out of bounds, but it looks like maybe a gain of a yard and a half.
Yep.
And so that's going to actually bring up a 4th and 7. Cavaliers call a timeout, and that's going to take us to a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back with WAGY and Friday Night Football.
Kohl's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Kohl's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Kohl's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Kohl's Carpet and Flooring soon.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
All right.
Welcome back. As Flynn takes a snap, he's back. He's going to scramble, and he's fighting hard to try to get it, but he came up short. That's going to turn the ball over to the Cougars as they take over at their own 30-yard line, and that'll be a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cougars. So he just came up a little bit short.
Not much.
That's all he had because everybody seemed covered right there. And we still have 5 minutes and something, Coach, left.
5:38.
5:38, okay.
The way we're sitting, Coach Millwood can see the minutes and I can see the seconds. I can't see the other.
So the ball snapped back. Is handed off to number, is that 3 or 2, Coach?
It is.
That's number 3, which was Clement Davidson. And he actually was dropped for he actually picked up 2 yards. He's out to the 32-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. Williams in the huddle, making the call. He is working up under center. And that's still with Davidson in the backfield. The handoff is to Davidson. There was a gaping hole to the right, Coach, that allowed him to carry it all the way down to near a first down. Be interesting to see where they mark it. They mark it just a little bit short, which is going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Asheville Cougars.
Yeah, they called East that time and trying to get the defense set.
Yes,
they had
sir.
to switch sides, and that was the open hole right there.
Yep.
Just happened to call it in.
Well, I wonder if that's something they picked up on that they do, or if that's just unfortunate. So here we go, 3rd and 1. The ball is handed off, but there is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field. You need to go see Darren. It's located right beside Lowe's in Forest City. So that is brought back to the 34-yard line of the Cougars. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Better advantage for the Cavaliers here. So we got a slot to the right and split to the left. Here we go. The ball's faked. It's going to be thrown down the middle. And that ball is nearly picked off. Nearly picked off, but knocked down by C.J. Jackson. Great play. I was hoping he could pick that one, Coach.
I thought he was going to tip it over to Pinkerton, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I just looked down, and for some reason he saw where he's trying to throw it.
Oh, yeah.
And he read that by reading the quarterback's eyes.
Yeah, the quarterback looked at him the whole way.
So that brings up a 4th down and 6 for the Cougars, and the punter has dropped back, and the punter is number 30. Is that 5, Coach?
He's turned away.
35, Wyatt Singleton. I can't tell right now.
It's
30-something.
I think it's 5, yeah.
And if that's 35, that's Wyatt Singleton. And he kicks the ball down, and that is Matthew Pinkerton. Takes it, slipped there on the field, and fell down there at his own 35-yard line, and that'll be a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers have 4 minutes and
4 seconds.
In 4 seconds. Opportunity here to be able to take the lead in this game if they can get something going offensively. The last 2 drives, they've stalled a little bit. They'd start out great, and then just kind of found a little bit like they were bumping against a wall. I'm not sure.
I think they're just trying to get the ball in right now.
Yeah, I think it's just a temporary timeout, just to get the right football in. Now they've got a penalty. That is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. Is against the Cougars. I haven't know that is unsportsmanlike conduct. What he was motioning, and that brings the ball out to the 50-yard line for the Cavaliers with a first down. David Norris for district attorney, first down here. Flynn is back. Takes a snap. He prepares to throw and throws a little screen. Pinkerton's off running. He's running down the left sideline, and he's inside the 20. He cuts back, and he's hit by like 3 Cougars, and he's taken down there right on the 15-yard line of the Asheville Cougars, and that's going to be a David Norris for district attorney, first down.
That was great play calling off that. As fast as the Asheville Cougars are, they're coming hard after
well, they've been pushing hard upfield. Great call, Coach. Pinkerton getting the signals from Coach on the sideline. Flynn prepared to take a snap, and he does. He hands off to Pinkerton, slicing across the right side, and that's a zone block. It looked like over to inside the 10-yard line, and that's going to bring up a second, and it appears to be like 4. So you pick up a 6 there for Brandon Pinkerton. We're back, Cavaliers back on the ball with 3-something remaining in the second quarter of the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant. I can't tell you what the seconds are, Coach.
It's 3:02.
All right. Flynn takes a snap. He hands off again to Pinkerton and up the inside, and he cuts it back to the left, and he's all the way down. We got a little scrum going there. They pushed him all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that's going to be a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. And that ball, I know the one's standing on the 1, but the marker man, I don't know if he's on the 2. Maybe our angle, I don't know. But they have the ball on the 1, so that's just 1 yard away for the Cavaliers for a score. And looking at that scoreboard, Raymond James Financial scoreboard, the Cougars are up 12-7 over the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers are knocking at the door. So here we go, as I'm having to look out the left window here, and they're in a hurry. Flynn is getting up, ready to take a snap, and he does. Hands off to Pinkerton. He's in the end zone. He didn't even get touched till he was in the end zone. And that is a touchdown, Fountain Electric touchdown.
Yeah, providing electrical services and contracting across the region.
So that's going to bring the Raymond James Financial scoreboard to 13 for the Cavaliers and 12 for the hometown Asheville Cougars. It appears they're going to try for 2 here. Ball snaps straight back in the Wildcat, and that is number 7, dives into the end zone, and that number 7 is Jalen Hinton. Carries the ball in for the 2-point conversion, and that is a changes the score to 15-12, and that is the scoreboard for Raymond James Financial. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387.
Ian Queen prepares to kick the ball off for the Cavaliers after they scored and make the score 15 for the Cavaliers and 12 for the Asheville Cougars. So we have 2 minutes and
17 seconds.
17 seconds. All right.
It's pretty bad. You got to double team
I know
the
we do.
clock,
Have
didn't
to
you?
double team the scoreboard clock. Absolutely. So here we go. Queen kicks the ball deep, and he kicks that ball really deep all the way
out
into
of
the end zone,
Yes.
and went through it. So that's a big advantage right there. Queen can keep doing that. That's going to be a bonus for the Cavaliers all season.
His dad has been working with
Oh,
that
I
leg.
know.
You know that.
I know. And his grandpa, too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have the Cougars take over at their own 20-yard line with a David Norris for district attorney. First down. Now the thing we need to have is the Cavaliers need to bow their neck.
Bow their necks,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. And get a stop.
Keep them inside the 50.
Yes, sir. A little bit of
There's
miscommunication
zone
on the
read
set there,
again.
and then he bounces to the outside, and he gets loose. I don't know how he does it, but he's out and streaking down the right
Oh, that's a
sideline.
clip there.
And that was a push, but I don't know if it's going to be called. It appears that they're calling touchdown. That young man, that is number 3. Number 3 is Clement Davidson. And Davidson took that ball 80 yards for the score. So that now takes the Raymond James Financial scoreboard to 18 for the hometown Asheville Cougars to 15 for the East Rutherford Cavaliers, our hometown. So here we go. They've lined up to kick, down, and the ball is blocked.
But good.
No, I'm sorry. I thought it was blocked. I never saw it go past the line. It did get up and go over. So that ball is good. That makes the score now 19 to 15 in favor of the Cougars. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here at 8:01 p.m. And we just had a score by the Cougars to make the score now 19 to 15 in favor of Asheville. And that is the Raymond James Financial scoreboard. And we are looking now with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the half, and that is in the second quarter of the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant second quarter. So 48 prepares to kick off again, and he kicks the ball about to the 30-yard line of the Cavaliers, and that ball is brought back by C.J. Jackson, and he gets up.
Well, is that your 20?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was back to the 20, and he got up across the 25, and they're going to mark it at the 26 where he got to. I got a little confused because that paper was in my way a little bit, but that's all right. That's all right, Coach. That's all right. But that was number 48, Jed Grossman, who kicked the ball off, and that's going to be David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cavaliers. Let's see if the Cavaliers can respond, Coach. It's like they put the jet skis on here. Down both teams.
They've done
Here
it
we
before.
go, and they hand it off, and it's handed off to Pinkerton again. He's bounced outside. He's picked up about 6, but he's still running. He's bounced back to the left side, and he's still up over the 30-yard line. He ran about 20 to get 7 or 5. Yeah. So I admire his running tenacity.
He is a jitterbug.
He will not just let you take him down. He's going to fight for it. Looks like he picked up about 6, Coach, so that's going to bring up to second and 4. Flynn takes the snap, and he keeps running behind Pinkerton, takes it across the 37-yard line, it appears to be, and that's a David Norris for district attorney. First down. Voting 2026. So here we are. They're getting the signals in from the sideline. There's a minute and 1 minute remaining. Coach, I can't remember how many timeouts they've used. Ball's out. There's a quick hitch pass, but number 25 for the Cougars was on that, and that's T.K. Davis, and made the tackle for like a 3-yard loss. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 13 for the Cavaliers. And it appears that we do have a timeout, and we're going to take 30 seconds and come right back to WAGY Friday Night Football.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here with WAGY 107.5 FM. And we are here with a 2nd down and 13 for the Cavaliers with just one, and now it says 44 seconds remaining. So 44 point something. So I can give you the seconds now, but I can't give you the point. Snap back to Flynn. Flynn's prepared to throw. He throws it outside to Jackson, who takes the ball and runs across the 40-yard line and goes out of bounds.
No, they marked it inbounds.
Wow. He went out of bounds. That actually wasn't Jackson. That was number 2.
Which is Tayshawn Whiteside.
Tayshawn Whiteside.
Got a timeout.
So we have another timeout. We'll take another 30-second break and be right back with Friday Night Football.
Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Welcome back to Asheville, North Carolina, as the Cavaliers here are on the Cougars field, and they're on their own 41-yard line, looking at a 3rd and 6 for a first down. But the important thing is there's only 24 seconds left in the half.
And I think East is out of timeouts. They might have one left, but I think they're out.
Flynn takes a snap. He's back. He rolls. He's a little pooch throw, but it was such a balloon that he was tackled immediately. Pinkerton was. He caught the ball and brought it out to the 45-yard line, but I'm not sure if they're going to get another playoff. Maybe.
Yeah, they got
it. Yep, they do. It's 4th down and about 2, but he's rolling to his right. He's trying to. The ball was caught, but we heard the siren go off. Not sure of what they're going to call it. If they're going to call it the half.
Yeah. He's saying he hit the ground before the clock went off, which is true, but
that's true.
They
are marking it. They are marking it, and that's a David Norris for district attorney first down. But they're talking about it now after they marked it. So we'll see if they've got time for one more play. That would put it into like a Hail Mary situation.
Correct.
That would give them an opportunity to be able to throw the ball to the end zone. But that was completed. Who was that completed to, Coach? Come on, man.
I was so excited about him catching it.
It could have actually been Whiteside again.
I think it was, to be honest with you.
I couldn't see the number.
Yeah.
They are going to give East Rutherford the first down, and that ball is down at the 39-yard line of the Cougars, and they're putting 3 back deep. I'm sorry, but I'd have 4.
Definitely.
Because 3 sometimes is not enough.
They're going to stunt the guy on our right side, on East Rutherford's right side. He's going to come off the end. And they're showing it to him. That's why they got Jaden Hinton coming back in the backfield there to block.
No, he's just over there conversing with Flynn. Flynn's back, and no back set in the shotgun. The Cavaliers' offensive line's got 3 look like they're rushing, but I got a feeling that maybe this guy over on the Cavaliers' left side is coming off the edge, that linebacker.
Yes.
Because he's up deeper than the other linebackers. He's up closer than the other linebackers, I'm sorry. So they've conversed, the head official has conversed with both sidelines, and I guess they're saying this is an untimed down since there's no time on the clock, and which it actually was, he was out of bounds before the buzzer went off. And they just, look, this is the last play of the half unless there's a penalty. So Flynn is back, and then there is a penalty.
On who?
If it's on the offense.
Well, it's before the snap. So either way, they got
it was
one more,
before the snap. It was. But that moves the ball back now, Coach, up to the 44-yard line of the Cougars. So that gives you 5 yards less to be able to get it to the end zone. That could be crucial right there.
It could be, yep.
I mean, that turns it, you can throw it to the end zone and catch it and score, or you got to catch it underneath and then run it in.
Right. And Asheville is very fast, you know.
Yeah, it's odds of them being able to pull that off makes it tougher.
Can be done.
It sure can. And Coach may have some kind of trick routes here that's going to leave somebody wide open. So we do not have 3 very deep. We've got 2 deep, 1 underneath, and then we've got 2 looks like cornerbacks on the outside. So you've got 4 linebackers and 3 linemen that are rushing. We got twins on both sides. The right side is the short side of the field because they're on the right hash going from our right to the left. And Flynn takes a snap. He's back. He's prepared to throw. And he is still looking and looking and looking. And he's going to throw. He throws it as deep as he can. And that ball is bumped away and falls to the ground, incomplete. That's the end of the Mi Pueblito's second quarter. And that will bring us to halftime, and we will be back in 3 minutes.
David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in...
No, that's managed by Matt Lauder.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenborough. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Allenborough. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
Drop into your nearest drop-in food store for some pre-game or post-game treats. Cool off with your favorite fountain beverage or try the newest Alani flavors or the new Powerade Extra Sour drinks. Be sure to check with the deli for chicken wings, pizza, and other meal specials. Win or lose, Drop-In is ready to celebrate your team with locations in Shiloh, Sandy Mush, Bostic, and 2 in Forest City. Drop-In food stores, celebrating home team victories since 1981. Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of. Or get an outdoor shower for the patio. Or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer. Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Phil Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherford invites you to head in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months. And ask about rebates from $500 to $2,000 on select Bobcat mowers. Or get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com.
Welcome back to the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County Halftime Show.
Managed by Matt Lauder with agents you can trust and rely on.
Well, Coach, that was an interesting first half we had there. It's kind of back and forth. Being the first game, you saw some big plays and you saw a little bit of sloppy play, and then just like anything else, when you get through with, I remember we'd get through sometimes with our first game and we'd have a tackling a circuit that we'd have to do all week long until people learn how to tackle people.
Well, that's true.
And there was, on both teams, there's been a lot of missed tackles.
That's true, too. It's, tackling the situation, if you don't do it, you don't get to do it for the last week and a half before you start the first game.
And if you do too much of it live, then you get people hurt.
That's right. And when you got 8 guys going both ways, it's hard to do that.
It's very hard to do. So I know that's something both teams will be working on, but it's something that will come over time, and they'll work that out. But Coach, do you have any scores for us from anybody else here?
Yeah, the latest update I've got is Chase Trojans are down 7-6 to Polk County.
Okay.
In the Thomas Jefferson League, Lincoln Charter is winning 36-0 against Highland Tech. Of course, our game is 19-15. Asheville over East Rutherford. North Lincoln is 14-8 over West Lincoln. Hendersonville, which is not our conference, but where we're at now, is 27-0 over Hendersonville. Kings Mountain is beating Shelby 2-0.
That's a baseball game. It is.
Game. It really is.
I bet them people going crazy in Kings Mountain.
Crest is winning over Burns 28-7. And that's probably the only thing I've got. Maiden and Lincoln Maiden's winning 8-6. North Gaston, East Gaston 7-7. West.
Well, I had to hear for the mountains. Irwin is up on West Henderson 7-6 in the second quarter.
North Henderson is beating Inca 21-0.
Chris, did you call out the
Yes,
Chris 28-7?
I did.
Burns in the first quarter is what I've got, but that's probably not right. It's probably later than that.
Right.
I've got Independence in Charlotte is playing Gaffney tonight, and they're in the second quarter tied 14-14.
Oh, that's a bad
And we went last week, and we went and scouted and watched Chase scrimmage against Lawrence, and just to be honest, the one description that I saw is the kid that was standing out as the wide receiver for Chase was about 5'8", and the DB was like 6'4" for Lawrence, and they were just kind of outsized. They didn't kill them, but they they won, and it was for that half. So we got to see Gaffney play against. Tell me, Coach. Tell me.
Dutch Fork.
That's it. Dutch Fork, and they had a battle. Went down to the last. Were they tied, or one of them was barely winning, and they had a minute and 20.
Dutch Fork was up, and Gaffney had the ball about the 30-yard line, getting ready to go in, and
the lightning struck. So, with my bad leg, we went home. So, next week's game is going to be at RS Central.
North Henderson.
North Henderson Vikings are going to travel down the mountain and come down and play the Hilltoppers next week, and we'd love for you to be there to listen to that. So we're going to take a 3-minute break and be right back with WAGY and Friday Night Football.
Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture in Forest City. And with every $2.99 or more purchase, receive a free backpack bundle. And look for the manager's special tags throughout the store and get an extra 10% off. And buy here, pay here at Kimball's Furniture. No down payment and no credit required options are available. The back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture, 207 East Main Street in Forest City, online at kimballs.com. No matter if you drive a classic or a brand new car or a so-called stump jumper or a tractor or lawnmower, you can always count on Tri-City Tire on Daniel Road in Forest City to keep you on the road. See them for your next set of tires, and they have the new top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art Hunter tire equipment, and they feature fast, friendly service. So if you're feeling flat, head to Tri-City Tire at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, located at 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming to the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at tricityoutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherford and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingalls Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingalls Advantage card. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
Hey, we're back here at Asheville High School with Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day playing right now. So as they're going to go to the Kennedy Center here, at least I read that. I think they're going to be honored there. So which I had to laugh. I thought, well, that's something from my teenage years. So you never know.
That's
right.
right.
Never know what might happen. So we're back here. As we were talking during the break, Coach, you brought up something very good. Just about every one of the touchdowns was scored or set up by big plays. And that's something that every defensive coordinator, he preaches, don't give up the big play.
Right.
And but like I said, it's early in the season, and usually when you first start practicing, your defense is ahead of your offense. But the more reps that your offense gets, it's harder for the defenses to keep up a little bit, unless you just all over it. So,
right.
And with them having some, I know on East Rutherford side, having so many people going both ways, it's hard to be able to practice at that intensity level.
You're talking about the last minute of the half, 8 guys going both ways, and that's really the secondary, the big play, because the secondary, which is the skill people, couldn't catch up with it. But like I said, all the scoring has been done with at least one play in the series of at least 25, 30 yards long, and really most of them's over 50 yards long. So it's a situation that, like I said, tackling comes into this, but it's, one little block can open it up for 5 or 10, and a great athlete can make it into a 25, 30-yard run.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is that, this has kind of been a typical first game of the season. Some mistakes here and there and things, but nothing glaring, nothing that just sticks out where like, oh, my goodness, they're going to have it rough, either team.
Yeah.
So, but they're both well coached, and they have probably making some good adjustments here at the half, and we're going to kind of see what goes out because it's a close game. It's only 4 points. It's here with the scoreboard, Raymond James Financial scoreboard, that is 19 for the Cougars and 15 for the Cavaliers, and we're going to take another 3-minute break, and we'll be right back with WAGY 107.5 FM.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Rutherford County Farm Bureau is at 153 Reservation Drive, Spindale. Call 828-287-2428.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Hi, can I get a...
Get in the McDonald's.
Ooh, can I get a...
Yeah, can I get a...
Go, Bubba, go! Pick me! No, pick me!
Hey, can I get a...
10-piece chicken McNuggets.
And what sauce would you like with that?
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hard Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Steel, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers end August 31st. Hard Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
Vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
Welcome back to Football Friday Night. As we glance over to Raymond James Financial Scoreboard, we're looking at the Cougars from Asheville with the lead 19 over the East Rutherford Cavaliers 15. And we're getting ready to
Big game, big appetite. Swing by me, Pablito, for the
to the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County halftime show.
Yeah, they're managed by Matt Lauder with agents to serve that you can trust.
Okay, that's going to take us into the Me Pablito. Third quarter getting ready to start here.
Yeah, welcome into the Me Pablito's first, second, third, and fourth quarters presented by Me Pubs.
And the Cavaliers, if I remember right, didn't Asheville receive the ball in the first? Yes. And then Cavaliers going to receive the ball here and the start of the second half. And so we're getting ready for that kick as the Cougars take the field. And they lined up on our right and then left, and then they switched sides. So as we are getting ready here to start, we've got number 48 here who can kick the ball fairly deep. Jed Grossman, I don't know if he can get to the end zone, but he's kicked several different kicks. One little pooch kick, one line drive squib kick, and then one up high that carried about to the 20-yard line that I thought was the 30, but that was all right too. So we're going to kind of see the Cavaliers are lining up as if he's going to kick it kind of short. So we'll see if he's got any surprises up his sleeve. And it's interesting on the they have a stack here for the Cougars on their kickoff team going down the field. I guess it makes it harder for them to pick up a little bit when they trail each other. So he squib kicks it and kicks it short, but it bounces off of one Cavalier, and another one has to fall down on it, which I couldn't see the numbers. I'm going blind now, Coach. These lights are not very bright.
That was Raheem DeWitt's one that fell on the ball at the end.
Okay. So DeWitt covered the ball that was ricocheted. I think that was off of number 7, and it was off of Hinton. So the Cavaliers take over with a David Norris for district attorney, first down at their own 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Flynn's back, Pinkerton's offset to the right, and he hands off to Pinkerton to the left, and the outside linebacker made a heck of a play. He ran underneath, but he might have got some face mask or collar. I don't know which one it is, because there is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field. you need to go see Darren.
That's right. Darren Vassey and the gang will give you a great deal on Lowe's Boulevard in Forest City.
So as we sort this one out, that is going to go against the Cougars of Asheville, and that's
about 35
That's
yard
a
line.
15-yarder all the way out to the 36-yard line, which brings up another David Norris for district attorney first down for the Cavaliers. So the Cavaliers get a break after an outstanding play by the outside linebacker, but he shouldn't have grabbed that collar. So here we go. We're in the I formation. Takes it back and then throws out a little screen to Airwood, but he's clipped down right there for a 1-yard loss, it appears.
A little bubble out by the tight end, bubble screens.
Yeah. And the thing that I'm seeing, Coach, is, we do second guess, so I'm not even going to pretend. Yeah. But when I see out here the speed that they have on the corners, it's hard to get somebody out there and let them run with the ball.
East Success has been heading to the end, cut underneath.
Yeah, they've got to get to the second level and then be able to run with it. All right, throw is out to number 3. That's Jackson. And he catches the ball complete, and he's thrown out of bounds. It looks about the 42-yard line, which is going to bring up looks like a 3rd and 4.
That was a good play. Picked up about 6-7 yards off of that, and a good safe play. And now they got 3rd and short to go with it.
So here we go. This is a telltale play right here. You always want to come out and score. And Coach said that when we were talking to him yesterday. You want to score in the second half when you get the ball. And you also want to make a stop.
That's why you
on defense.
You want to defer and get the ball in the
snap
second
to
half.
Flynn, hand off to Pinkerton. He's bounced to the right side, and he's across the 45-yard line almost into Cougar territory. And that is a David Norris for district attorney first down. So they do get something rolling there, Coach. That was actually a good play. Had a little bit better blocking over there on that right side because they stayed with their blocks.
Right.
They stayed. It didn't look like there was much there, but they stayed with him. You remember how many plays last year that he looked like he was stopped?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boom, he comes flying out of there. Pick up 20, 30 yards. So back again, hand off to Pinkerton again. He's off running to that right side again. I think they found a weak spot. And he appears to have picked up another David Norris for district attorney first down.
Most of their long runs have been off tackle to the right side. I mean, they've had other plays, passes, stuff like that. But as far as running plays, most successful ones been.
You know how Pinkerton likes to run the ball. He likes to slash.
Right.
And go against the grain a little bit. Because he has good vision. He just has good vision.
Does, yeah.
Flynn back. Pinkerton offset to the right. Hands the ball off to Pinkerton again onto the right side. They found a home, Coach, and they're going to wear it out. And like I said, I think Coach Russ, when he gets in this mode right here, he's doing what needs to be done.
And like we mentioned before the game started, their line just now moved 3 yards forward.
Absolutely. And that was an 8-yard gain, and the ball snapped again quickly. As soon as it was marked, it was snapped again. But we've got something here that stopped. They may have done it too quick. Do not know. We have a conference there with the head official and one other official. Maybe the line judge.
Delay of game defense.
Yes, sir. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, which will bring us back to a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cavaliers. Takes the ball all the way down to the Cougar 27-yard line. We're inside the 27-yard line, kind of in limbo between the 27 and 26. So here we go. Flynn back, shotgun, Pinkerton to the right. Takes the ball, hands off again. Pinkerton's running hard
8 yards
across the 20-yard line. Looks like he got down to maybe 19, 18-yard line. And that's going to bring up a second down for the Cavaliers. They mark it at the 19, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Cavaliers. That's always a lot easier to call a play after after a play like that when it's second and short. Now, a lot of times, I know some coaches will throw to the end zone.
Go big here, yeah.
Because they've got 2 more chances at least to pick up 2 yards. Here we go. Ball's handed off, though, to Pinkerton over the left side, and he is running hard inside the 5-yard line. A little bit of a scrum. They start driving him back, but a few linemen from East Rutherford caught up and helped him a little bit.
I think it's 1-yard line.
Yes, sir. He's all the way down to the 1. That's a David Norris for district attorney. First down and vote 2026. First and goal, and paid for by David Norris. I didn't have enough money to do it. Well, there you go. All right.
Come another way.
Here we go. Snap, hand to Pinkerton to the left side, and he's in the end zone with a touchdown before anybody touches him. So that was a big drive right there, Coach, for the Cavaliers.
Definitely.
And that brings the scoreboard there for Raymond James Financial to 21 for the Cavaliers and 19 for the Cougars.
That was a Fountain Electric touchdown, providing electrical services and contracting across the region.
I'm glad you caught that, Coach. You know I get to talking. And
we're rusty. We're rusty.
We're trying to get back in the mode. I have to say I've been watching mine. I shout out to my grandson Everett back there in Shiloh and tell him hello because I've been spending a lot of time with him. Oh, Queen made the kick, and it was good, but they ran into him, and there's a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field.
It's going to be 15 yards on the kickoff probably. I don't know.
Wow.
They might take it, though. They might take the –
No, that's probably going to be added on to the.
He's got a choice, but I think I would go ahead and do it on the kickoff. Let's go to 30-second break right quick while we've got a little time.
Yes, sir.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here at the home of the Cougars, and we are set to have the kickoff by Ian Queen, number 30 for the Cavaliers. But we had a penalty flag that was on because they ran into the kicker, but he still made the kick. And I'm still looking to see what the call is going to be and how they're going to.
It was personal foul. It was a personal foul.
It was a personal foul, yes. And they're asking the Queen what he wants to do.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't understand this, Coach. It was never anything assessed or marked off
it was
or waved off.
It was after the kick, so it's still supposed to be a live penalty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it could have been a dead ball.
I mean, it's what I'm saying. It was a dead ball because the ball was kicked.
Yeah, but it should be assessed on this kick.
It definitely should be.
And he should be kicking from there 45. But he kicks off and he kicks to the end zone, and that ball goes in and through the end zone, which is a great thing because that means that they don't get an opportunity to start off any better than the 20-yard line.
That's always good.
Yes, sir. But the only thing about it, he did that the last time, Coach, and then they gave up on one play.
That's right.
So you can't relax. You can't ever relax.
No, definitely
you can't ever relax.
Well, there again, you've got
on any play.
You've got Pinkerton back here and playing defense. He just now basically ran the ball the entire time.
He did. He did.
I mean, so it's tough.
Well, I mean, conditioning is going to make a difference in this game.
Well, they got him out right now. They got him out. Give him a break.
But we know conditioning always in your first game is going to be a key factor.
Definitely.
All right, ball's handed off from Williams to number 3, and he bounces out across the 25-yard line to the 26.
Brought down by Josh Airwood.
And that was Clement Davidson.
Jason Airwood, I'm sorry.
Yep, Jason Airwood took him down at the Cougar 26-yard line, and that's going to bring it up 2nd and 4. So here we go. Williams getting under center again, and it looks like that's Davidson still back deep. He's back in a real deep I set.
He is.
So he hands the ball off, and he's getting and I remember talking to Coach Chuck McSwain. He said he liked to have that back that depth so he could see what was going on.
You got a full run coming at it.
Yes,
plus
sir.
Enough room to make a cut.
Yes, sir. And that, that's what it looked like to me looking at those old I formations. The only thing we didn't have was a fullback sitting there, so up close to the quarterback. So as Williams comes back from the sideline, he ran over to get the signal, the call, and he is coming back under center. We have a slot to the right.
They don't have anybody covering the slot. Nobody's covering the slot there.
Nope, sure isn't. But there is a fumble on the play on the snap. Not sure what the outcome is. It's
going to be short.
That comes up with a 4th down and looks like about 4 inches from here. Oh,
they're bringing on the punt team, it looks like, or they're bringing on the goal line offense.
Yeah, I believe they're bringing the big boys in to try to push people out of the way. Big package. So everybody's bunched up. They're set up. Quarterback's getting ready. I think they're going to push him a little bit.
Yep.
He does get over the 30-yard line, so that's going to be a David Norris for district attorney. 1st down for the Cougars.
1st down.
They got all the way to the 31s where they're marking it, and that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. And that is paid for by David Norris. Vote 2026.
Just need to make sure they're pacing the ball down. Nothing big, nothing big.
Absolutely. I mean, you wait for somebody to make a mistake.
Right.
All right, ball's handed off again. Now that ball is handed. Oh, that was a tough, stiff arm right there that was given. And that was number 2. And number 2, Shamaj Brown, Jr.
Got a flag on the play.
And I think that's player down. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back with Friday Night Football.
Kohl's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Kohl's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Kohl's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Kohl's Carpet and Flooring soon.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181. Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Welcome back to Asheville High School. As the Cougars got with the benefit of a unsportsmanlike conduct, and they moved the ball all the way down to the Cavaliers' 34-yard line, and the ball's handed off from Williams, and I can't make out which number that was. That was number 2 this time. That was Brown, who got hit behind the line of scrimmage.
By Eli Roof.
And that brings the ball down at the 35-yard line, and that was on the first down play, the David Norris for district attorney first down for a 2-yard loss.
First down.
So we have 2nd and 12 for the Cougars. We have a little tight, I ain't saying what we used to call that, Coach.
Nasty.
But, yes, a nasty set, yes. Okay, and it's a quick pitch outside to Brown, and he is run out of bounds about the 32-yard line of the Cavaliers. Got a little confrontation going on down there on the sideline. Not exactly sure what that is, but hopefully cooler heads will prevail. This is a critical point of the game right here. I mean, it's tight. It's a 3-point game, and it's a 3rd down and looks to be about 8 for a first down for the Cougars. And yes, sir, and that's 4:25 remaining in the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant 3rd quarter. So Williams is back in the shotgun and takes the ball prepared to throw, and he throws outside, and it got away. It was complete, and that is for 6 points. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown.
Also offering Fountain Auto and more in FountainElectric.com.
So that was complete. Who was that number, Coach? The lights are not so bright here, so in the stadium, and I can't see.
Looked like a zero. Is there a 0 on the roster?
I don't.
He's coming right over here now.
0 is James Sykes.
He's the one that called it.
Jams Sykes. 6'1", 152. He made that little dip to the outside and was gone.
Yes.
And the ball is down and up and kicked. And it is good by number 48, Jed Grossman. So we're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back with Friday Night Football, WAGY.
David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney. March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back to Asheville High School. I had somebody messing with me, sending me a text today, making fun of us. So that happens sometimes, Coach.
That's right.
At least it wasn't our wives sending us a text telling us we sounded stupid. So that'll probably wait till we get home anyway. But here we go. We've got 48 Grossman is ready, prepared to kick off for the Cougars. And he kicks the ball on a squib, and it's down the field rolling, and it's picked up, looks like, by Jackson. Nope, it's not. That's Hinton. Hinton reverses the field, and he takes it across the 40-yard line, down the 50-yard line, and he's still running. He's running back inside, and he looked like he may have stepped out of bounds, but he's still running down the sidelines. He may have got,
27-yard line.
Got all the way to the Cougar 27-yard line. And, you know, I tell you what, those guys that were pursuing the ball, they went so hard when he started to his right. They sucked in so fast that when he made that little dip and cut back, it reminded me of that hip and dip, and then he rolled back out, and he was gone. He was gone down there. That's a great move. So we have a David Norris for District Attorney first down here for the Cavaliers, starting out on the Cougars' 27-yard line. Let's see if they can cash it in here. Flynn's back. He's looking at the sidelines, getting a late signal. moves, changes the
You
formation.
got to get a call timeout. They didn't get it. Got
delay a game. That's going to cost the Cavaliers 5 yards. That is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty.
See, Darren Vassey in the game for a great deal for car and truck without a penalty.
So here we go. Cavaliers now 1st and 15. Got to make up some ground. That hurts a little bit when after you have a great play like that.
Yes.
They shift formation from strong left to right. Snap, hand it off to Pinkerton, and he's off rumbling all the way inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line, it appears, close to the 15.
First down.
So that is a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cavaliers. Absolutely, David. I got to watch him play. I did. He actually went to Lenore Ryan and played too in college. Flynn takes a snap. Shotgun, hands off to Pinkerton. He's off on a roll, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown.
Providing electrical services and contracting across the region.
That pushes the Raymond James Financial scoreboard up to 28 for the Cavaliers and 26 for the Cougars of Asheville. So Queen is on the field preparing to make the extra point attempt. He's been perfect so far tonight. I hope I didn't just throw one, but he has been. He's been Mr. Consistent. So here we go. We've got Matthew Pinkerton to hold. Ball's down, up. And it is good. That brings the Raymond James Financial scoreboard to 28 for the Cavaliers, 26 for the Cougars. We'll be back in 30 seconds. WAGY.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Welcome back to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Here's we're having a battle back and forth with the Asheville Cougars and the East Rutherford Cavaliers. Cavaliers just took the lead 29-26 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant third quarter. And so we have Ian Queen preparing to kick off. The last two kickoffs, Coach, he's kicked them in the end zone.
He's got a leg on him, no question.
He sure does.
That.
Strong.
And this game is still going the same as it has been. Big plays set up or do the score itself.
Absolutely. They sure have. And that big Hinton return was huge.
He was actually had a guy on him from Asheville. He shook him off, and that's where he made his move backside.
But like I say, their pursuit,
too fast, too hard.
Queen preparing to kick, and he does kick it. He kicks it low, and it is fielded about the 2-yard line, and that's number 2, bringing it right up the middle, and that is Shamaj Brown. Brings the ball all the way out to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Cougars. And if anybody's interested, these first downs are all of them for David Norris.
That's right.
So we had the strong set to the right. Now it's moving over to the left. We have trips to the left. Williams back, hands off, and he hands it off, and he runs it back to the right side. That is number 3, Davidson, who carried it back, and there was nobody at home. Nobody at home.
Finally, Tashawn Whiteside threw him down.
We're just kind of getting outflanked when they do that. We get outflanked a little bit, and that allows them. That's a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cougars, all the way inside the 40-yard line of the Cavaliers down to the 38. Be 1st and 10. So here we go with Williams back to take the snap, quarterback. And he still has number 3, Davidson, out there. He hands off to Davidson, and Davidson's met about the 37, but he drives forward close to the 35-yard line, but I think they're going to mark it at the 36.
36, yeah. Both ways are working this way. East, of course, hitting the pocket underneath the tackle, and Asheville's actually hitting the pocket outside the tackle. That time he cut it back in. If he went outside, he had a touchdown on that one.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what worries me about the defense right now is that when they get on flank, there's not much help.
Right.
And the backers need to be flowing in a hurry.
Yeah, but you got to have somebody
especially
turn
when
it back
see,
in.
Yeah,
turn
you
it back
got to have somebody contain. I remember Coach Smith saying that about 45,000 times. Can't lose contain, boys.
Right. Some kind of conference here with the Asheville coaches and referees.
Yeah, not sure what that's about. But we have a 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. 2:25 left in the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant, 3rd quarter. So Williams is back. Clock is rolling. Still have Davidson. He hands the ball to Davidson. He bounces to the outside, and just like I said, it's almost like our contain is getting sucked inside and allowing them to bounce to the outside. I mean, it's very inviting because he just picked up about 7 yards. But fortunately for the Cavaliers, there's Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field.
Go by and see Darren Vassey and the gang for a great deal. They're located Lowe's Boulevard in Far City.
That's a biggie right there.
Definitely.
That takes them all the way back. What was that? Unsportsmanlike, or was – I didn't see the signal.
He didn't give it.
No, he already gave it.
Okay.
That takes them all the way back to the East Rutherford 46-yard line, and that's looks about like a 2nd and 20.
Close to it, yes. Passing
or 19.
Situation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
but they hand it. They hand it.
Zone.
And he takes it inside the 40-yard line, down near the original line of scrimmage. But I think he's maybe about a yard short. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. But I mean, how do you go away from that, Coach? When you've been running it for 40 yards.
Yeah,
I mean, when you bounce it to the outside, and that's what it is that they're heading off. It looks like defense from East is coming, converging on that first move, but when they're quick enough to bounce to the outside, there's nobody to turn it back in.
It's outside zone stretch to go on the outside, but he can turn it back in anytime he wants
exactly. So here we go. Williams takes a snap. He rolls back to his right and throws the ball a little jump.
Ooh.
And they are calling that complete. So, but it still is short for the first down. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1, it appears, for the Cougars. Big play here, Coach.
Big boys coming back in.
Yep, and we'll have to see.
If you can get a stop right here, it's really big.
Yeah,
really
it'd be
big.
huge for the Cavaliers. They better get ready, though.
Timeout.
Timeout. So we'll take a quick break with WAGY FM 107.5.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here as the Cavaliers and the Cougars from Asheville are having a battle here in the third quarter, and there's 39.1 or something like that seconds remaining in the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant third quarter.
Your favorite Mi Pueblito flavors, no huddle required. Order online at mepups.com.
Big play here, Coach. It's a 4th and 1 for the Cougars. If the Cavaliers could get a stop right here, it would make a big advantage if they could turn around and then do something with the football. At least run some clock off.
Definitely.
All right, back setting out back, and he breaks out hard to the left, and there was nobody there. Yeah. He's actually made it to the end zone, and they have called a touchdown. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown of the game.
Yeah, it's providing electrical services and contracting across the region.
So what we were saying is true again.
Outflanked to the left, to the right.
They piled everything inside with those big guys, and then they turned around, and there was nobody out there to break them down. Either if you're going to play inside out, you got to be really fast.
Well, you got to have somebody out there anyway. Yeah. I mean, they're turning the end in. There's not a backer or corner or safety out there.
And that turning it back in is when you're running inside out, then you make the tackle.
Right.
But there's nobody to turn it back inside. I mean, this goes all the way back to Pee Wee ball. You don't stop running outside if sweep left and sweep right
until they stop.
Or going a touchdown until you stop. Yep, exactly. So here we go with Grossman prepared to attempt the extra point. And that's number 4, Rob's holding. Ball's down, up, and it is good. So that's the Raymond James Financial scoreboard, 33 for the Cougars and 29 for the Cavaliers with 30 seconds remaining in the Mi Pueblito third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second break.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
Welcome back to Asheville High School as Grossman for the Cougars, number 48, prepares to kick off. He's kicked squibs, pooches, a little bit of everything tonight. Kind of scatters it around. I believe they don't want the returners to get a head start, but he pooches this one again, and that one is fair caught by Brandon Pinkerton at the 29-yard line of the Cavaliers. That is a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cavaliers, starting at their own 29-yard line. That one, Coach, I don't know, doing one of them second-guessing things. I'm not so sure should have fair caught that one. He had some running room.
Well, outside the 30,
he's probably told to do that, and if he did, he did the right thing.
Yeah.
So, but game situations, and you get down, somebody's got to make a play.
That's true.
And it could have went wrong. It could have went wrong. So, all right, Flynn hands off to Pinkerton, and he's out to the route outside. And you said it a while ago. He bounces, but he cuts up.
Right.
And he had some running room up, but he tried to bounce to the outside like what Asheville's been doing, and then they ran him down.
Right.
He did still pick up about 4 yards, but it appears that there's some kind of question here going on because there is a Carolina Auto Finance yellow flag on the field. Penalty. That's going against the Cavaliers. That's taking them back 5 yards.
Make sure you go by and see Darren Vassey at Carolina Auto Finance, right on Lowe's Boulevard in Far City.
So as we reset on that first down for David Norris for attorney, we have a 1st and 15.
First down.
So he hands off to Pinkerton again, and he goes to the left, and he picks up approximately 4, but that is the end of the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant third quarter. And we'll be right back in 1 minute with the start of the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant fourth quarter.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenboro. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all of your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Allenboro. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
Drop into your nearest drop-in food store for some pre-game or post-game treats. Cool off with your favorite fountain beverage or try the newest Alani flavors or the new Powerade Extra Sour drinks. Be sure to check with the deli for chicken wings, pizza, and other meal specials. Win or lose, Drop-In is ready to celebrate your team with locations in Shiloh, Sandy Mush, Bostic, and 2 in Forest City. Drop-In food stores, celebrating home team victories since 1981.
Welcome back to WAGY 107.5 FM with Friday Night Football with Rick and Randy. And we are here with the Cavaliers looking at a 2nd and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Ball snapped back. Flynn fakes a handoff and he prepares to throw, but then he's hit hard in the backfield and is sacked. He's taken down back around the 23-yard line. They're going to mark it at 24, give him that forward progress, and that's going to bring up a 3rd, and it appears to be 15 again.
15, yes.
Yeah, 15. So this is not what the Cavaliers needed. They needed to respond after that one again. I'm not selling them short. They're not over.
Oh, no.
It's not over. So, like I said, we hand off to Pinkerton, and he's off to the races, baby. He's carried that ball all the way to the 40-yard line, and that is a David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Cavaliers.
First down.
So here we go. They get on the roll. Like I say, that young man can take it 20, 30, 40 yards,
yes,
if he needs to.
The last 6 was on his own right there.
Yes, sir. He just grunted it out. He was carrying a guy. I really believe when he puts his mind to it, that's what he's going to do. That's what he does.
Asheville's only got 9 players out there right now.
Well, we need to take advantage of that.
10. They got 10.
All right, ball snap back, quick pitch out to Pinkerton to the left, and he's on the move. It looks like he's close to a first down around the 50-yard line.
About a yard short.
That should have stopped the clock. Nope, they called it a yard short, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 1 for the Cavaliers, all the way up to their own 49-yard line.
Got to overload left.
And we got, yes, sir, and we got Flynn back, and we're in the I formation, motion back to the right, handed off to Pinkerton to the left, and he's tackled maybe a little short there.
They're going to give him back a lot of scrimmage.
So they call him down right at the line of scrimmage. I thought he got over the line of scrimmage, but and was kind of in that limbo land between the 2 yards. But we're coming out with a slot to the right. Pinkerton back to the moved over to the left, and Flynn taking the snap. We got an eye back there set, and then he takes
Back
and
inside,
carries
it's
across
good.
over the 50-yard line all the way down, and appears to be the 46-yard line of the Cougars. And that'll be a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. So here we go. We're resetting the chains. Cavaliers getting ready. I know they have to be tired.
Definitely.
But this is your intestinal fortitude,
That's
what you
right.
find out.
That's
How much
true.
grit you got. Shift back, another motion, set, and Flynn keeps up inside. He takes the ball all the way.
First, should be.
It's close to a first down. He picked up close to 10 yards.
There's a flag.
We had a flag come flying in at the last second. Have no idea who that was on. That was Carolina Auto Finance penalty. Go see Darren, located beside Lowe's.
Sorry, Coach, I'm trying to get the call here.
I know, I'm looking too. But he'll make sure that you get the best deal you can get.
Personal
Personal foul.
Defense.
Oh, against the defense. So that's going to be a 15-yarder right there, and that'll bring up another David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers, which is going to take them down to about the 21-yard line, and that's where it's marked. You know, I was worried about him a little bit a while ago because of stuff,
Right.
and you know, and the penalty and all that. But now they got the engines going again,
and they're taking time off the clock too.
Yes, sir, and that's a key. They need to. They need to grind it out. So here we go. Flynn, we've got a overload set to the left. Hand off to Pinkerton. He cuts back to the left, and he bounces it, and he cuts back inside. And that's where he has his best
That's right.
business.
Start out breaking.
Start out
bounce in.
breaking, and then cut it up. And that's where he finds his big ground. So he picked up approximately 9 yards, eight or nine.
It's a good run. And I could just see him get ready to break outside when the guy had position on him.
I'd say eight, and it's going to give him a 2nd and 2 for the Cavaliers. And if you notice, Coach, they've switched from a 3-man front to a 4-man front.
To try to stop it.
Yes, try to stop this. So here we go. Flynn hands off to Pinkerton. He bounces to the right, takes it inside the 5-yard line, all the way down inside the 3, it appears. But they're going to mark it at the 3. And that is a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cavaliers. So here we go. Cavaliers break huddle. They're coming to the line of scrimmage. Flynn's still in the shotgun. I don't think he's been under center the whole time.
Overload left again.
Yes, sir. Pinkerton back, and he hands off to the left, and he takes it into the end zone, it appears, for the touchdown. That's a Fountain Electric touchdown.
Providing electrical services and contracting across the region. Also offering Fountain Auto. More FountainElectric.com.
That updates the Raymond James Financial Scoreboard to 35 for the Cavaliers and 33 for the Cougars of Asheville. So here we go as Queen comes on and prepares to attempt the extra point. He has Matthew Pinkerton holding.
That last snap was a little high and almost didn't get down in time.
They've been a little floaty. He got that one off, but barely. Boy, I'm telling you, that was close. That was close. But it's good. That's good. And that brings the score to 36-33, and we'll be back with WAGY 107.5 FM for Friday Night Football in 30 seconds.
Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of, or get an outdoor shower for the patio, or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer.
Welcome back to WAGY 107.5 at Asheville High School here. We're reporting here for the Cavaliers just scored and took the lead 36-33 over the Asheville Cougars. And here we have 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant fourth quarter as Ian Queen prepares to kick.
Mi Pueblito, your favorite Mi Pueblito flavors. No huddle required. Order online at mepubs.com.
So here we go. Queen approaching the ball. He kicks the ball low and hard, and it takes a bounce back to about the 5-yard line. And that's number 2 who's bringing it up across the 35-yard line to the 36. You know, if that's Coach King, he'd be adamant that they're getting past the 35.
Oh, yes. That's the main thing you don't
Oh,
do.
he'd be going psycho.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you want to keep them inside the 30 if you can.
The main thing is keep them out of the end zone.
That's right. So that is a David Norris first down at the 37-yard line of the Cougars. And they're heading from our right to the left toward the scoreboard. Home team always wants to be driving toward the scoreboard, it seems like, at the end. So Williams under center takes a snap, and he snaps it over. And they're missing the tackles. I mean, they had him for a 2-yard loss, and now he's up to a 2 or 3 yard gain.
They're hitting, but not wrapping up.
Well, the thing that I see, Coach, is they're dropping their head.
Yes.
They're not seeing him. They got to see what they hit.
That's right.
And if they see what they hit, he can't sideswipe them and push them off. They're going to wrap his arms up and be able to take him down. It was played perfect. They're just not tackling. Just not tackling. So here we go. That brings up a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. Williams comes back in.
They did find a way to keep him inside that time, though.
Yep,
and
they did. They did.
Happened.
They contained him. They did, and that's why they only held him to 2. So back snap. Prepares to throw. He's going to scramble. He's brought inside. And that's number 22 for the Cavaliers making the tackle. That's Airwood.
Airwood.
There is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field, and I see Coach Russ over there pointing, take them back. So it must be against Asheville.
Make sure you see Darren Vassey and the gang for a great deal on the car at Lowe's Boulevard in Forest City.
So here we go. Williams coming back in with number 15 coming into the game. That's Jericho Swinger.
He's not been in much,
and that's number 3, Clement Davidson, coming out. But number 2, Brown, is back in the backfield. We have a
offset. They got to
overload. They do. And the ball's handed off to their left, and he slices back to his right, takes it close to the original line of scrimmage, which that's going to bring it up maybe a 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 10.
That's exactly what East was doing to them, and now they're doing the same thing back to them, overloading and then cutting back inside the overload.
Yes, sir. That does bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Cougars. Big play for the Cavaliers here. If they could get a stop and not have a short distance for a first down, it may force them into making a decision they don't want to make.
That's true.
So that's Brown back deep, and we have Williams under center, but he comes back and they switch. Brown goes to the left, back. He's back prepared to throw, and he throws a little screen, and that ball's incomplete. That ball actually hit a lineman, number 70, and there is a Carolina Auto Finance flag on the field, so we're going to find out what that is.
Illegal touching.
That's what I would think.
This penalty plus loss of down.
I think it hit his head, didn't it? on number 70
for
Asheville. That's they're calling intentional grounding. Is what the signal was.
Still lost it down.
Yep.
And that's from where he threw it from. Holding.
10-yard penalty, but that gives them another down.
Yes, it does.
So that turns it into, looks like 3rd and 20. 21, really. It's all the way back to the 26-yard line. Yeah, I sure wouldn't let anybody behind me.
I wouldn't be that close up here with this corner.
No. Here they are. He's back rolling.
Comes.
He's rolling over to his left, and he throws outside.
Out of bounds.
And that's
they
out
give it to him. They give it to him.
He makes the catch here at the 37-yard line of the Cougars, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. But they're going to mark it at the 42, and that's, like a 10 and a foot, maybe.
Now it changes. You've got to stop the first down, not just stop the touchdown.
Well, it's 4th down.
Yeah. The corner was so tight over here that he had to turn around and run and chase.
He did.
And when the guy come back on the curl, he couldn't stop.
Cover him. Yeah. Sure was.
They're playing too tight.
Yeah, he needed to back up, especially with that yardage that they were giving away. Now I just hope that they don't blow by and throw a little screen to the inside.
Timeout.
All right, we have a timeout here for the Cougars, and we'll be right back in 1 minute.
Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Phil Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherford invites you to head in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months and ask about rebates from $500 to $2,000 on select Bobcat mowers. Or get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com. Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture in Forest City. And with every $2.99 or more purchase, receive a free backpack bundle. And look for the manager's special tags throughout the store and get an extra 10% off. And buy here, pay here at Kimball's Furniture. No down payment and no credit required options are available. The back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture, 207 East Main Street in Forest City. Online at kimballs.com.
Welcome back to Asheville High School as the Cougars here prepare for a 4th and a little over 10. As the snaps back to Williams, he's back to throw, and he prepares to throw, and he throws it across the middle, and that ball is caught. Unfortunately, it was caught for the Cavaliers.
Great throw.
It was a really good throw, and he got it all the way inside the 30-yard line, the Cavaliers, and that's a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, East had it fairly well covered. Had 3 guys around him. They just couldn't get to the ball.
Well, that brings up a 1st and 10 here.
Back to the zone.
Williams seems to have a little confusion with his alignment with his players. Now he's under center, takes a snap, hands off to number 3.
There's contained. There's contained.
And there he is. He's down on the ground. Appears to have gained nothing.
That was C.J. Jackson coming up and making him turn inside.
Well, they gave him 2 yards on that gain. I didn't see that, Coach. But that was number 3, Clement Davidson, on the carry. Pick up a 2. Well, now they're saying 1.
Official timeout for something.
Okay, we have official timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Friday Night Football, WAGY 107.5.
No matter if you drive a classic or a brand new car or a so-called stump jumper or a tractor or lawnmower, you can always count on Tri-City Tire on Daniel Road in Forest City to keep you on the road. See them for your next set of tires, and they have the new top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art Hunter tire equipment, and they feature fast, friendly service. So if you're feeling flat, head to Tri-City Tire at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, located at 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 on Saturday.
Welcome back to Asheville High School here as we have an extended timeout. It seems like players were needing some water. They were cramping, and I think the officials called the timeout.
Yeah, East had a player down with the cramps.
Yeah. So here's what we have. We have a second down and 9 for the Cougars, but they're all the way down inside the 30-yard line of the Cavaliers at the Cavalier 28-yard line. So, Coach, now they got 3 backs in the back. Fakes, rolls to the right. Williams is all but tackled, but he gets and breaks loose down the left side and takes it all the way to the end zone. Only thing is there a yellow flag on the field? But we see a signal for the touchdown, but there is not. So that brings the Raymond James financial scoreboard to 39 for the Cougars and 36 for the Cavaliers. We're going to have an attempt here to try to make it 40 here for Grossman, number 48. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. So we'll take a 30-second break and be right back with football Friday night here at WAGY-FM.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherford and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
Welcome back to Asheville High School as we prepare for Grossman kickoff for the Cougars to the Cavaliers. He's been kicking them a real short, hasn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he's been bouncing through there, about 30-yard bouncing through.
He wants to make it hard for them so they can't get a good run and go and return the ball well. That's good respect for the Cavaliers, but we need a big play. Last time they had the ball, we did have one. Right. So hopefully we can get something going here. We have, in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes left, and the ball's kicking. It's kicked short. This time it is not fair caught, and that was
Pinkerton.
No, that was number 3.
Oh, was it? Caught it?
Yes, sir. That was number 3, who is C.J. Jackson. He carried the ball up to the 39-yard line of the Cavaliers, which gives them excellent field position. Starting off with a David Norris for District Attorney first down. So as the Cavaliers come to the line, they look a little slow, Coach. I don't know if they're tired or just, I don't know, just worn down.
And I'm sure 8 of them's tired, Coach.
Yes, sir. Snap back, and he's hit Pinkerton. And number 45 breaks through the line. That is number 45 for Asheville is Anthony McFadden. He is a senior defensive tackle and made the tackle for the loss. That's a loss of 1 yard. Brings up a 2nd and 11 for the Cavaliers. But as we've seen before, the Cavaliers looked like they had a long way to go on third down. They had about a 3rd and 11 play, right, and then Pinkerton carried it for 12. So it's all about whether he can fight those cramps off and he can just get mad and run the ball hard. That time he was trying to run outside him. Right here, he's having to cut back, and he turns it up, and he picks up about 3 and gets up to the 40-yard line, it appears. So Brandon got him at least inside the sticks. So that brings up a big 3rd down here for the Cavaliers. And as they prepare, he takes the ball, runs into one of his own linemen, and the lineman didn't get there for the kick out, and bounces up to about the 44-yard line as they're going to mark it. And I think Pinkerton is catching a cramp right now. And so there's going to be a timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Be right back.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingles Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingles Advantage card. Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Rutherford County Farm Bureau is at 153 Reservation Drive, Spindale. Call 828-287-2428.
Welcome back. Cavaliers have a big fourth down here. It's 4th and 5. He takes the ball back and snaps and throws it tight end. Airwood is complete up to the 42-yard line, and that's a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cavaliers. They bailed themselves out again, Coach.
They did. Great pass, great catch.
It was. Big play because Pinkerton had to leave. He had cramps. And he had to come out. That's why we had to take the break. But Flynn's back in, and Flynn's back there. But I think I can't make it out. But no, that is not Pinkerton.
He's running
but
hard.
He's running hard. I can't make his number out.
Oh.
And that's a David Norris for district attorney, first down. This young man has got some fresh legs, and he's come in here and he's running hard.
Down 27-yard line.
Get that number, Coach.
Thought it was.
That was number 2.
Number 2. Okay,
yes,
that's
sir.
Tayshawn Whiteside.
Yes, sir. Whiteside, he carried the ball well. Pinkerton's back in.
But he's cramping. Watch him walk, Coach.
I know. I can see it. But he probably doesn't want to come out. We saw him last year the same way.
Yeah. I think I'd keep fresh legs in on first down like you.
Flynn hands off to Pinkerton. Pinkerton picks up about 3. Yeah, after that run right there, I think he needs some fresh legs in for a little bit. He needs a break. He's been playing a lot of plays.
Both sides, yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, in the Meade-Poblito fourth quarter, we only have 1:35 remaining. And the score, like I said, is 40 for the Cougars and the Cavaliers 36. The Cavaliers are driving here to try to take the lead. So it's 2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers on the 25. And the ball's thrown out quick to C.J. Jackson, and it bounced off of him. But, you know, I'm glad that hit the ground because if that kid would have intercepted that ball, he was gone.
Gone. Yeah, the ball was behind him a little bit, and he had to center completely around
well,
to
he
catch
tried
it.
to take off before he actually could get it. And like you said, it was behind him, but that's one of them timing things, you know.
Right.
So that brings up 3rd and 8 for the Cavaliers. I know we're in 4-down territory right now, especially with the clock. That stopped the clock. Now he's handed off. He's handed Pinkerton. He bounces. He gets nothing. Matter of fact, he may have lost 2 yards. He does. He goes all the way back. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10 for the Cavaliers. It's a big play right here, Coach.
Got timeout.
And we have a timeout. We're back in 30 seconds with.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Hi, can I get a...
Can I get a... Okay, get in the McDonald's.
Ooh, can I get a... can I get a...
Yeah, can I get a...
Go,
can I get a...
10-piece chicken McNuggets.
And what sauce would you like with that?
Welcome back to Football Friday Night here at WAGY 107.5 FM. And we want to thank KTC for sponsoring our opportunity to come and call this game tonight. We got a big play here. It's a 4th and 10 for the Cavaliers. They are down to the 27-yard line of the Cougars, and this is kind of a make or break kind of a play. Either you get it or you don't, and it could be the game. Not necessarily, but it's 59 seconds remaining. 59 seconds remaining. So Flynn is back. He's the only back in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's back to throw. He is hit immediately and taken down, and that's going to be the Cougars' ball. That'll be a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Cougars.
First down.
Coach, I don't know how many timeouts East has. I don't think they got but one left, do they?
I think they've used 2, I think, right now.
And so I really don't think they can stop the clock.
No.
They can do it one time, but that's about it. So
how much time's left? 55 seconds?
It's 55 seconds, right? 55 point something. I don't know what the something is. But as the Cougars taking over, I'm sure they're getting some final instruction here for victory formation.
Yeah,
so.
just taking the only thing East got, if they fumble the ball, have a chance for that. But, you know, Coach, it's been a great ball game.
It has been a great ball game. Very exciting ball game. Both teams have played hard. It's been very equal.
Yes.
It has.
I mean, it comes down to who had the ball at the end.
And, you know, we said that about the contain, and when they – I don't know. It's almost like they were listening to us. But they came up and started putting people up there doing it. If they could have done that in the first half, it could have made a difference for East Rutherford.
That's true.
And I'm sure they're going to work on that. You have some scores there, Coach?
Yeah, I've got an update on Chase and Polk County game. In third quarter, Polk County is winning 34-24.
Wow.
And I don't have the RS.
How about Thomas Jefferson?
Don't have it. I don't know why.
We're going to have to find some reliable people.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh, my goodness. So that's a David Norris for district attorney. First down. Here we go with the Cougars. And Williams is under center. And way back deep, he has his back. Takes a snap, but he hands it off. And that young man streaks around the left corner. That's number 3. And he takes that ball all the way inside the 40-yard line.
Got a penalty back here, I think. They were moving when the ball was snapped. Yep.
And that is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field. Go see Darren. Right beside Lowe's. He'll fix you up with a good deal.
Just not fast enough to say it in time.
So we have 45 seconds remaining in the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant, fourth quarter.
You know, that's an advantage really still for Asheville here because the clock ran off. They still got first down. So,
yes, sir. But, I don't understand the philosophy.
I don't either.
You could fumble it. It hit him in the thigh, bad handoff.
Especially when he was trying to get loose down here.
Come loose, pick, scoop, and score, and then you lose.
Timeout, East.
All right, that's the last timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. WAGY, Friday Night Football.
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hard Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Steel, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers end August 31st. Hardin Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
Welcome back. We're here with Rick and Randy for WAGY FM, and we have 43 seconds remaining in the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant fourth quarter, as it appears now that after the penalty marked back to 1st and 15, that they may have taken victory formation now. And Williams takes the snap and comes back and kneels down immediately. So that was the last time out that the Cavaliers could have. No?
Asheville took one.
Asheville took a timeout?
What it looked like.
Wow. That's unusual. That's going to at least get them to third down, and they got 40 seconds to play, so that means they're going to have to take them to a fourth down. They're going to have to play a fourth down. I don't know, Coach. Just shoot me in the toe. I don't know.
Took the knee the first time, and I don't know.
I mean, the way I had it figured is that if they took a knee on that very first play, East could call a timeout because they had one. Then you run another one, let 25 or 30, back up a little bit, let a couple seconds go, 25 or 30. Then you run one more play, and the clock's done.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Back and takes a knee. But that was at 38 when he took the knee.
There it goes, 29.
Wow. I don't know how that happened.
That's ball game, huh?
That is the ball game. So we're going to take a 3-minute pause here and come back and talk about the game here, about what happened and what's coming up next week, and who East Rutherford has. And we're going to name the East Rutherford player of the game, and we'll talk to you in just a few minutes.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Welcome back to Asheville High School. We're here at the end of the game here with the Cavaliers traveling up the mountain to play the Asheville Cougars. And unfortunately, our Cavaliers did not come out on top tonight. It was just one play short of being able to make it a W instead of an L. But they had an excellent effort. And, Coach, we talked already about, who we would probably think is the player of the game for East Rutherford. And you go ahead and say
right.
Who it is.
Yeah, tonight's player of the game is from the Stanton McDonald's Enterprise is Brandon Pinkerton, the running back. We don't have the exact yardage, but we know it's over 125 yards of rushing.
And it could have been closer to 200.
Could have been, yes. He made big plays, and big plays. It come down. This game came down to the last series. East made a big play to get up there, but they didn't make the big play to score. And they fought their rear ends off. They did a great job playing. And again, we talked before, 8 players going both ways nowadays is tough.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. I try to put myself in their shoes. All right, what would I be thinking after this? That's my team. What are we going to have to do now? And I know that we got to get other people ready to be able to give them some spells, because it was obvious with the cramping at the end of the game with Brandon that he just couldn't have the intensity that he had before. Right. That's why when you saw number 3 come in there for the Cavaliers, he burst. It wasn't 3. It was, what was the kid's name? I can't remember, Coach, that came in and carried the ball right there. Was that yeah,
Whiteside,
it might have been one. Yeah, Whiteside.
Tayshawn
yeah.
came in.
He came in and it was just like boom. He hit the hole, and he was gone. And that just makes a difference.
Well, that comes back to, as a coach, do you put the guy that's been hot all night long, or the guy that freshly made a big play?
It's hard to not.
It is a situation that, you win either way, lose either way. You've got to make a call.
You win with him, and he carries the ball true. And then you put somebody in that's running hard, but he fumbles it, and what you do then?
It's a tough situation. The bottom line is East Rutherford came in here, and probably they were, underdog off of this thing without a question. But they come up here and put a dogfight to this thing, to where
it could have been their game.
It could have been. It definitely could have been. Just like I said, 1 or 2 more breaks. On the penalty for holding against them, all it had to be was it was ineligible receiver when the ball hit the
lineman in the head.
It should have been loss of down plus penalty.
Yeah. And the call didn't go that way.
And they got the first down.
Yep.
And made the score. Yeah, it makes me some. Not saying anything wrong with the call. It's just you could have called either one because both of them was correct.
Yep. So it just comes down to it, But I will say we want to applaud the Cavaliers and Coach Russ and his staff for preparing very well for the Cougars. They had a valiant effort. There can't be one winner, and unfortunately it wasn't their night to be able to take that W home. But we do want to thank all of our sponsors that are here sponsoring this show. And for touchdowns, it's Fountain Electric. First down, David Norris for District Attorney. The football Friday night is Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. And we also have Scoreboard, Raymond James Financial, and Carolina Auto Finance for the penalties. And the quarter sponsor was Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant. We also had the halftime show sponsored by Farm Bureau of Rutherford County, and the player of the game was also sponsored by Stanton Enterprises McDonald's.
And pregame show with Ingalls Markets and Stanton Enterprises. It's don't forget, next week now we're going to be at RS Central against North Henderson Vikings, and it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be through YouTube on Waggy, and the game's going to be videoed. We're also going to be doing it on as far as on the radio, but it's unless they fire us.
It'll be on Facebook too.
No,
just on YouTube
just on
next
YouTube.
week. Okay, so you YouTube, and it'll have sound and visual next week. So and we want to thank again for KTC Broadcasting for allowing us to come and travel up the mountain.
And that's how it's going to be listed on YouTube. It's going to be KTCBroadcasting.com.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So if you look that up, you'll be able to see the game, plus you'll be able to listen to the game. And if we didn't do a good enough job, then they'll send us home. So, but we want to thank you for sticking with us, and it was a very exciting game. And Coach, I enjoyed it just like I always do.
I'm glad to get back to another
Chad
year.
for everything he does.
Chad
too.
Medford does a great job.
He does,
setting us up and
and he had us all set up tonight. So we want to say a final goodbye from the Rick Millwood
and Randy Page,
and for WAGY 107.5 and KTC Broadcasting. Goodbye.